Hello and welcome to episode 14 of Wild Beyond the Witchlight as we continue our...
Every time you say hello at the beginning of a Witchlight session, it gets gradually more Colstagian. I don't like it.
Well, we will find out, won't we? So, who would like to provide a recap?
It is me. I will do it.
It is ye.
Apologies if I don't remember all the details. I had to whiz through because of operations and things. So, I'll do my best. So we kicked off with multiple uses of the of the whimsy system. So two of us got definitely not cursed weapons. And also the opportunity at multiple points throughout the last session to re-roll our d20s. Mm-hmm. Again, absolutely no consequence will come of those. We then span the Wheel of Fortune, and it produced beans, lots and lots of beans. And so the first hour of the session was spent fighting what crawled out, which was amazing. So we finally started the actual campaign after that. We came across I think it was a stone throne next to a frozen lake, which I sat on and got sent out into wild space and came back with new proficiencies. Then we started to head towards the Stonehenge top of a mountain. Where on the way we met I think that's where we met the dandelion with his bee companion.
Correct.
My favourite NPCs of the campaign thus far, and that's a high bar.
And a little bit fuzzy. We also met someone from the carnival, right?
Yes.
Yes. One of a pair of twins.
Yes.
One half of a pair of twins.
And the other half is held by Endelyn because it's one of her many prophecies that if they were united, then that will bring about her death, I believe.
Yes, you are indeed correct.
I like to imagine that the entire reason that prophecy exists is because she kidnapped the twin trying to prevent it in the first place, thus bringing that twin into the fray.
There's a name for that particular paradox, and I can't remember what it's called.
Grandfather paradox.
Not quite.
No, because I thought the grandfather paradox was
going back and killing your own grandfather, but how could you do that if you were already dead?
Well, it's where you cause an event to happen which causes you to go back and cause the event to happen.
This isn't really a paradox.
It's in your attempt to prevent something happening, you are the cause of that event. I suppose.
Slightly different.
A temporal paradox. Causal loop.
Anyway, it's... Yeah, if there's not a name, then I'm sure there will be. Anyway, do continue.
We then climbed to the top of the mountain, whereby we met... I can't remember the names of these creatures. They're like made out of rock and chalk.
I think these are the... are these the kobolds? No, hold on. It gives... Corrids were these creatures.
We interrupted their game. And they told us all about the mine and the what's the name of them? The other creatures in the mine that they are kind of like.
Briganox.
So these creatures really love rocks, and they're kind of one with them, and thus the other ones that are mining through them, they take great offense to that.
Yeah, and they were creating quite a lot of noise doing so. And it was disturbing their peace.
And they're working for Endelyn apparently. So we thought we'd go and check that out. But before we did that, we had to help our new friends and their bee compatriot. And so we then had a fun. Was it an ogre or a giant?
Cyclops.
Yes. Tommy became a man of the people, became the conscience of this Cyclops and whispered in his
Mudlump
ear.
the Cyclops.
Mm-hmm.
And Tominy Cricket.
You gotta say, all credit goes to this guy.
I don't know how you've done that, but I love it.
Handsome fella. Oh, stop it.
We convinced him to let the bees go and work in a much more harmonious relationship
Yes.
with them, and he will still get the honey. And at the end of all of that, we still taught him about. I don't think we taught him about love, or we discussed that love was one of the solutions that
Yeah.
could have gone down.
He wanted love, didn't he?
He didn't know what love was, but once you explained it to him, that was something that he might like. So if you get a chance, you have to find love for Mudlump.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Then we went to the mountain and the mine, where I believe Tommy went in on his own for a little bit.
Yes.
And eventually succumbed to the charms of the mines and fell asleep. We dragged him out of there, and then whilst he was having his little catnap, I went in and convinced them to give us a tour. And meanwhile, Freya discovered the magical sensor of scrying that was on a button, I believe.
Yes.
Which then promptly fed to a goat.
Yep.
They'll eat anything.
Yeah, and I believe that's where we left it.
Yes.
I believe there was one more thing that happened,
Oh.
though. Tommy planted a bean.
Did I?
No, definitely not, Ryan. No.
So-
I
so-
must have misremembered. Okay, never mind.
Oh, no. I think what happened was I planted a bean in the woodland near the goats and just ran.
Yeah.
One of you chucked.
Oh yes, we
a
also should went through the
portal.
Mm.
So there is now something that has occurred. I think in the Frog Kingdom was the direction that you chucked it.
Well,
Yeah,
wasn't it? No, it was Avernus, wasn't it?
So there was one in Avernus, but I think
No, it was the big bag of drugs I chucked through into Avernus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I think also you sent one towards the Soggy Court as well for Shiggles. Although you don't know what that is yet. If you ever return, you will find out. Oh no. It was as you were going through the portal, you planted a bean in the previous hag's lair.
That was basically above the Soggy Court.
Yes. So, So there is not within the Soggy Court, but within the hut above it, a bean has fallen from the sky. The other thing as well within the cave, because obviously Tommy got back out, but I think Lucius went in, and you met. There was a human in there who was kind of negotiating, and so you were going to go out and get the others, and then you were going to decide if you were going to continue negotiations or do something else.
Right.
Cool. Before I have you roll a d8, Tommy, can you please roll me a perception check, please?
A perception check. I'm so good at those, though. Gonna be a 5.
Cool, don't worry about it. So the other thing is, whereas you usually get the Tumblestrom Whimsy sign, the sign for the devil has now turned upside down. Cool. And if you can now roll me a d8, please, Lucius.
So do you say this is like a gigantic spinning wheel, that like a Wheel of Fortune style wheel?
So that was the wheel is there on the coins that you've got, the reroll coins, and they've got all the symbols around the outside.
Okay.
But whenever you consume one, the relevant symbol sort of hangs in the sky and apparently only visible to you guys as far as you can see. So obviously when you use a lot, they kind of stack up, and usually they melt away.
Except this one hasn't. We've just got a devil following us upside down.
It is now upside down. However, I'm sure that means nothing, so don't worry about it. Your choices for today are
Mhm.
the Chariot, the High Priestess, Strength, and the Empress.
Well, as that ogre needed love, I'm very tempted by the Empress.
Abundance, life, and love, yes. Although with you, the High Priestess being wisdom, secrets, and symbolism.
Oh yeah, go on. You're twisting my arm right.
I mean, don't let me tell you what to do. I just thought I thought that may interest
You
you.
are right. You are right. Let's have secrets, please.
So, High Priestess.
Yes,
was that?
please.
Okay, so you all get one cast of the divination spell, and throughout this session you will have advantage on all wisdom checks and saving throws.
Damn. Could I
Oh.
could I get advantage on that perception check I just fucking fumbled then?
No.
Oh
Uh,
God, it's like a '90s music video.
Right, let me just play. Do, 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 do. So I'm gonna update it now while I.
While you're thinking
Remember.
about it. Mhm.
Yep. Cast divination.
So we all know how Ryan likes to answer divination spells. Have you figured out the format of what your divination spells come in?
No, not yet.
You're welcome to steal the way I do it if you want.
Was that with the bones, or
That's,
No, I
some-
mean in terms of how to answer them, like as a DM.
oh, no, because I don't think have I answered one of these?
I don't think you have because I don't think any of us have
No.
divination.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Cool. Well, it depends on your question. Then I will, I guess,
Is
decide.
this a caster divination that has to be used up before the session ends, or is this bankable?
That's it's not bankable, so you can use it at any time during the session. So if you want to, I will even allow, if you want to have a think about it and you post your question at the end of the session, then I can answer it for next session. That's fine. But after today, that spell will then disappear.
Right.
Do we know what Enderlin's weakness is? Rich, you already know that, don't you?
I told you all in character last
It was-
session. It is the
Eclipse.
eclipse. Let me pick up my notes. She has foreseen her own death, which happens during an eclipse.
Cool. So,
How literal is that?
We're in the Fey realm.
Because I'm just thinking, like, if we could create an illusion of, just a small sun within a moon that goes in front of it.
Do you mean with Phantasmal Force, Ryan? Not that I've been thinking about this for 10 sessions at all.
Becomes real to the target. Yeah. Right, so we're at this mine then.
yes. So I think Tommy, you've just woken up. Freya's watching over you. Slash.
What happened?
And then Lucius is stepping out of the cave.
Nothing happened.
Well, this isn't where I went to sleep.
You chose a very inopportune time to do that.
I don't think it was my fault.
No, it's totally your fault.
Bit personal? Alright, Lucius, what's going on?
Hi. Nice to see you awake again. We've been offered a tour.
A tour.
Does the I forget his name. Does he follow us out?
No. Molliver is the guy that you met. So he he is waiting within the first antechamber for you guys if you want to return.
I met a lovely fellow named Molliver in there. He is working for Enderlin, but is not a fan. At the
Right,
moment, he
so
believes
he's,
I work for her, but
an
he
unwilling
can-
accomplice.
it feels that way.
Maybe an ally then. You know, once we break whatever chains she's got on him. Maybe.
I'm
And
up
if
for a
not,
tour.
heads to break.
I'm up for a tour. Do they have a gift shop? I like a gift shop.
Yeah.
You know, I went to Briganock mine and all I got was this lazy t-shirt.
A word of warning, however, they are not bound by the rules here.
What, by the rules of reciprocity and hostility and whatever.
Indeed.
Alright, so
Enderlin has given them a
on
hall
just in
pass.
case then. Yeah? What'd you say the bloke's name was?
Oliver.
Correct.
Oliver.
Oliver.
Alright. Yeah, come on then, let's go. I will spring to my feet.
Lovely.
Oh.
So,
Ooh, if they do have a gift shop and they have any like medallions that show the eclipse, that would be a really great thing for me to use for a banishment spell.
wait, just before we enter, did you? I've just remembered. Did you actually plant a bean at the end of the episode?
I think I planted one in the forest where we were doing, but that was before the whole go to sleep thing.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know what that one is. Yep, that's fine.
The one by the goats.
Yeah, planted it, and then we ran away and didn't do anything with it.
Cool. Yeah. No, that's absolutely fine. Sorry.
A little bit of carrot.
Yes. Okay, so you re-enter the cave. You sort of continue downwards, not as far as either Lucius or Tommy has gone. And within the first chamber, you see that there is a human in dark leather armor, and he's kind of sat upon a rock, and he's kind of skipping stones across the dirt towards what appears to be a rudimentary goalpost, also built out of stones. He has one his side as well, although you cannot see who the other players are. You could probably infer that they have scarpered as you entered.
You're right there, chum.
Ah, welcome back. I see you have brought friends. Is this a raiding party of some description?
I will clap an arm around Lucius's shoulder and pull him in like, oh yeah, firm friends we are.
Indeed.
I would describe us as friends.
No Dixies backsies.
Can I have your passive perception, please? And can you also make a perception check? Because I'm going to allow for advantage on this. So whatever your passive is, plus a roll of the dice.
Well, my passive is 19.
Oh, okay. Well, you will spot this then.
Unless it's investigation, I don't think I'm going to do very well.
I also got a 26 total.
The DC is 14, so is that a nat 20? I see.
Hang on. Was it only one roll of the die, or was it a?
Yeah. Sorry, it's one roll of the die or your passive perception, whichever is higher.
13.
Or
Because that's considerably higher.
okay. So unfortunately, Tommy, you don't know this, but Lucius and Freya, you do. So you notice that his cloak moves slightly, and there appears to be creatures that are kind of hiding within his coat. Quite possibly. Lucius, I think you've seen them before. These are the Briganocks.
Ah.
So they are currently hiding, or some are hiding within his long dark coat. So
Our telepathic communication between us three lasts even if I go unconscious, like I was when I was sleeping. So we can still communicate telepathically for a couple of hours, I think.
excellent. So, is this? What are your intentions?
I believe a tour was mentioned.
A tour, of course. A tour or a recon for a nefarious purpose. I wonder what that could be. Well, come now. And he will start to lead you deeper into the mine.
So where's your friends?
They are around. I am representing them.
Oh, what are you representing them?
Why was that? Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, well, they have not fared well with outsiders. There are often those who would use them for nefarious means, plus we're currently engaged in somewhat of a battle with a nearby tribe.
Well, I think of
Who's
myself as
that then?
altruistic.
I'm just gonna, okay. How altruistic are you feeling there?
Is this an out of character question?
No. In character.
Right.
Sorry.
Okay. I mean, I do like to think of myself as altruistic. That's yeah.
You are a strange lot. I will give you that. Well, come now, and so he will lead you sort of slightly deeper into the mine. This is at about the point that Tommy got to previously. You can see that there are some sort of mine carts that have been brought up, and they're kind of half full with rocks. And this is where he stops and he goes, well, this is it. As you can see, we are simple miners. We have nothing of value here. Are you satisfied?
Can I
As
roll?
it's been a while since
Yep.
last time, could you remind us what the Koreds said the Briganox deal was? Because they...
Yes. So, so hold on. So they have told you that the Briganox are helping Bitter End, Endelin, to build wicked contraptions. They also hide and guard schematic diagrams for new contraptions in their mine. They're creating an awful lot of noise and destroying the landscape. And that they also believe that the Briganox have a secret passageway straight to Endelin's palace.
So, do you make stuff here or just dig up the ore?
We are but simple miners. There are no contraptions here. You have.
I'm rolling insight.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, I was about to say, because I didn't
That's a
mention
natural
it.
20 for a total of 29.
Okay, well he didn't roll very well. Anyway, so
Eldritch 0.
okay, so oh, we have lost
Rich
Rick.
Disparu.
Okay, I will wait for him to return, and then I will tell you. Although, spoiler alert, one of you thinks that he's telling the truth, and the other one thinks that he's lying.
Hey, Rich.
Welcome back.
Almost.
Almost.
Hello.
Aha!
Welcome
Hello.
back. Hello. We can see and hear you.
So
Oh,
we
you-
both rolled insight checks while you were away. Ryan,
Hold on.
what did you roll?
Yeah.
Total?
29
Oh.
total on a natural 20.
And Tommy got a nat 1.
Yeah, I believe actually Freya rolled 29 better than I got.
Yes.
Ooh, Rich might not be able to hear us.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We'll give it a moment. For those listening back, you can just skip ahead 5 minutes. No, don't do that, listeners.
Hi,
I'll be on the
Joe.
window.
Hi, Joe.
These messages.
Hi, Joe. I hope your shingles are better now.
So do fucking I.
Yes.
Do you remember when this part of your life was happening? Was shit.
Okay, Rich laughed, so I think he can hear us now.
Oh, hold on. There's a message. What does the message say?
You
I can
us.
hear you, but it's very choppy. Okay. Well,
Okay.
man the sails.
You still play that pirate game, Mike?
I do indeed. Sea of Thieves. Yes.
That's the one.
I've got. I've bought several boats now because
Congrats.
you get to name them. So
You're a man of multiple boats.
yes, an admiral by all accounts. I haven't actually sailed in all of them yet, but I've got a little one that I call the Rum Tum Tugger, which amuses me no end.
Ugh.
I think it's actually in. I think I got the name from.
Cats.
It's from Cats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm also imagining that it's in the South Park, the guy who does fighting around the world.
That's what, sorry?
He's got like a game, like a show, and it's him just beating up people, and it's called Fighting Around the World. And he does really bad poetry. Hold on. It's like McGregor or something like that.
Is it Conor McGregor?
Russell Crowe. Sorry, there
Okay.
Oh, great.
we go. Yeah, and he's got a boat called. I think he just calls it Tugger, but yeah, he goes around beating people up and doing poetry.
I mean, alright, yeah, fine. I'll allow it.
Yeah.
Hardly
Oh,
the
this-
would hardly be the strangest profession decision he's ever made.
Yeah, I mean, this was early South Park as well, so. But yeah, I can't remember what I called the middle one, but the big one I called Nostromo.
Strong choice.
That's the aliens.
It is, yes.
When I had a ship in Savage Worlds, a game we were playing, my ship was called the Asimov's Revenge. Because I was playing a robot sea captain.
Nice.
Yar, there be but 3 laws upon the sea.
Well, Rich's video looks smoother.
That cat.
We can keep talking to see if so Rich can tell if we are choppy or not, or if it's fingers crossed it's better. He's still muted, but I don't see he's not actually trying to say anything.
Sorry.
Sound
Better at the moment, but it degraded quite quickly as we started. So
You've also disconnected from Foundry.
You also disconnected from Discord as well, so. You're obviously back in Discord now.
Is he?
Let's give it a go like this.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't promise it won't happen again.
So,
If it happens, it happens.
so were you there when I was recapping what the Corrid thought the Briganox were up
That
to?
was the moment I disconnected. Was that
Okay.
the question had been asked and you're about to answer?
Okay, so I'll just do it as just the rules here. So, yeah, they've said that the Briganox are creating manufacturing contraptions for the Bitter End, or Endlin, as you know her. They're also guarding secret schematics. They're mining into the mountain is an affront and incredibly noisy, disturbing them. They also believe that they're guarding a secret passage to Endlin's palace.
And I asked, do you build anything in here, or do you just mine? And then submits
yes.
like a roll.
Yes, so Freya, I think, got nat 20, and Tommy
With a total
got
of 29.
nat 1.
Yeah, so Freya got 29, and I got 29 less than that.
So, Tommy, this might be the most truthful person you've ever met in your life. In fact, if you were to give him your wallet, he would probably look after it safely for you. Freya, so...
I don't have a wallet.
Yeah. He is lying. However, with a nat 20, I'm going to give you a little bit more.
Like, do his eyes dart to a specific area when he goes, "No, we don't have anything anywhere"? Or is he trying very hard not to look at a certain spot or something?
So partly his eyes will dash to a dark corner of the room. Secondly, he's lying, he's guarded, and he's scared.
I'll come over the telepathic link. So what, you think these guys are on the level there?
Fuck no.
No, that's what I thought. I was, yeah.
Give me a second. I'm just wondering if I've got anything that... Okay, yeah, Freya's just going to go, "Really?" and then just turn and face the direction that he looked. And then say once again, very loudly, "Really?"
There is nothing down there but more mines.
Well, then you won't mind me going to have a look, because I'm very interested in mines.
Won't mind.
I would have to ask you to state your business before we continue the tour anywhere else. Are you assassins or are you allies?
Well, it depends who of. Everybody's somebody's ally, and infrequently, but quite often, some people are assassins as well.
You raise a good point. So
I think we can quite firmly say that we are allies.
Yeah.
Okay. You're allies, and could you also be assassins for us?
I mean, who do you want taken care of?
Well, the fact that you don't know, I assume that you don't have a part in this. Well, we would like you to take out the Corrids.
And why would that be?
Well, they're... I mean, apart from the fact that they keep us up with all their infernal singing, they're working for Endlin.
Who isn't these days?
Us.
You told me you were only an hour ago.
It's Molliver was not the. Are we talking to the Briganox or Molliver?
We're talking to the Briganox right now.
Molliver is representing.
Molliver representing the Briganox.
Yes.
Okay.
So you're talking to Molliver, but he is representing. I may have said that, but I had assumed that you were representing a different party.
And what party did you assume we were representing?
Well, the bitter ends, of course.
Love, no.
Ah. So, you would aid us in our attempt to rid bitter end of this place?
rid bitter end of this place, or rid this place of bitter end?
Let's just say that we want
That-
a certain bitter end to happen.
I get you. Smart. Okay. Well, can I have a persuasion check from somebody? I will allow you to choose who.
I feel pretty good about persuasion.
Sure.
My -2
Oh.
charisma is happy for you to do that. Ooh.
Oh, that is a tasty roll.
Gonna add a side bolstered knack to that for a 32.
I mean, what
Do you want to add
can't I
also a
give-
guidance to it?
So, well, unsurprisingly, 32 is a pass by quite a long way. So, so hold on. So 32. It's almost 4 times the DC requirement for that particular.
We have some disgusting rolls, and I love it.
Yes,
DC.
it's about a
Fuck
DC
me, what?
9. It's,
Wow.
it's not very high. But yes, you're now this guy's best friend, right? Apologies. I misunderstood your initial intentions.
Well, we had to play our cards close to our chest because we didn't know where your allegiances lay.
Of course. Well, and he'll open his jacket and like little Briganox will start to clamber out.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah. So, have I shown you a picture of the Briganox?
No, we don't know what they look like.
I think you might have done, but it's worth sharing again anyway.
Yeah. Annoyingly, I can't. Hold on. Let's just. Hey.
Rich looks like he's doing more maintenance work because we're as choppy as a butcher's shop.
Yeah. So, let me just put this.
I'm just gonna go camera off and see if that helps.
Of course. So that is Witchlight, right? Yes, not Western Wilds.
Loki.
So these are the little Briganox.
Aw.
Yeah. I will also turn camera off to try and save your band.
Oh, you have shared that, yes.
Cool.
And I will also go camera off for the moment.
Okay. Cool. So, yes. So allow me to formally introduce myself. I am Molliver, and here we have some of my some of the creatures who I help represent here. This is Zali and Euler. So, yes, as I was saying, we are currently having disagreements with the nearby clan for we believe that they work for Endelin in some nefarious purpose, and it was them who aided the kidnapping of one of our chief architects.
And where's the architect now?
He is currently trapped within her palace where we cannot reach. Well, it is too well guarded for us. So we know that he still lives, and they have threatened to kill them unless we help construct things for Endlin. But we do that at no. We do not do it willingly.
I believe you completely and totally, and nothing anyone could say could change my mind.
Can I roll insight?
You can, yes.
That's not as good as before. That is only an 18, I'm afraid.
So, Lucius, you see no reason why to doubt him.
This is a wisdom, right? So I get advantage.
Ooh.
That's a good point.
Yes, I forget that insight is.
Oh, one better, 19.
There we
Okay.
are.
Ignore that intimidation.
You will tell me the truth. Where is she?
15.
Okay, lovely. So, Tommy, you're pretty sure of this. Lucius and Freya, you're very sure of this. He seems to be telling the truth, or at least what he. So the portion that he's told about the architects, not the architects, the architect, and the fact that they have been forced to create contraptions for Endlin.
He is believing everything he's saying.
Yes. With regards to the Corrids, you get a very similar vibe to when the Corrids were telling you about how evil the Briganox were.
Right.
In the sense that they believe it to be true, although he's not as confident when he says that. It appears that because what did you roll, Freya?
I got a 19.
19. So Lucius, I'll probably give it to you at a 21. Although Freya, you can probably put the pieces together. Whereas the stuff about the architect, he knows to be true. There's less confidence in what he's saying about the Corrids. He believes it to be true. He doesn't know it to be true. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Lovely.
I might use divination.
Of course.
And give me a second to work this out. So don't the first sentence I say won't be in character. But
Yeah, of course.
Work through it in my head. It'd be something along the lines of: is it only a misunderstanding that is stopping the no? What I'm wondering is Endlin feeding rumors to both of these groups to keep them divided, like a tyrannical government?
So is that your actual question, or? Oh.
Not quite. I'm trying to sort of
Of course.
contributions from the floor, absolutely, but yeah, something along the lines of is it the is there some what is causing these two groups to mistrust each other? What is causing these two groups to assume that they are enemies?
Okay. Allow me to think upon a response. Oh, camera's on. Okay. Okay. So the whimsy symbol, was it High Priestess we had?
Yep.
So it kind of sort of splits apart, and then you see words written upon the sky, and it says, sorry, allow me to formulate this response. Okay, cool. So it will say Endlin, the bitter end, creeping Lin. All roads lead back to her, corrupting friends and lands alike.
Gotcha. Who's in charge of you lot then?
So Molliver will sort of throw out his arms a little bit and goes, I am
You speak for
the
the trees? Gotcha. Right.
I do.
Now, if would you be amenable to sort of peace talks between you and the Gureds if it turned out that they weren't too keen on what's her face neither?
I suppose they would need to stop supplying Creeping Lin with their magically infused hair.
I think she nicked it. Let's
Can-
face it, that does sound like her.
Can I have a persuasion check with advantage?
That was what we found out last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that an?
It's a nat 20, 28.
Okay, yeah. I am loving these dice rolls. So
So are we.
so
Come on, you can trust me.
so you see him stop for a moment, as if sort of a revelation, sort of as if the puzzle pieces have kind of fallen into place. And he's like, "You're saying they're not doing it willingly either?"
No, I don't think they are. I think pretty much she's put you both up to it.
If she could do it to you, then she could do it to them, right?
You raise a very, very good point. So, allow me to. So yes, I am very amenable to diplomatic relations, shall we say? And you see one of the little Briganots pull on his cloak, and he sort of picks them up, and they whisper in his ear. Yeah. So. Okay, so we will happily open diplomatic relations if you would be representative to both parties. You appear new and as of yet uncorrupted.
I
You've
mean, I
certainly
got a
gained our
60
trust.
combined on 2 persuasion checks, so I think I'm pretty good as a mediator.
We can also show you a secret way into Motherhorn. You would need to pass a small test just to ensure that you are, for many dangers lie ahead. If you can pass the test, then you'll know that.
I'm up for a test.
Why not?
But also, I was wondering, you make things here. I was wondering if you could make something for me. Just a small badge with an interesting design on it.
Well, we've lost our chief architect, but I suppose if it's relatively simple, we can do that for you.
I'm just looking for like a badge, or a amulet or something that just depicts the moon covering up the sun.
Sure. So, tell you what, if you want to, we'll get to work on that. It shouldn't take too long.
It doesn't need to be anything fancy. It doesn't need to do anything. Just needs to depict that particular concept, and then I can use it in a nice spell that will be very helpful.
Nice.
Very well. Yeah. Well, if you would happily relay the message.
We can have a word with the cards, right?
And then upon your return, we will have the amulet for you.
Sounds alright to me.
Great.
Take us to your test.
Well, once you begin the test, it's not a test as such. It's just that the way is difficult to access, and you would have to successfully navigate it. Once you've done that,
So
can then
so we'll need to do the test at the point that we want to use the route.
Yes.
Okay.
Ah.
All right.
It is more way is
Or
guarded.
the
so
route itself
dangerous.
is particularly testing. Gotcha.
Okay, so Peace Summit then first.
Excellent.
Neutral location? Like, what about that stone chair that we were beside?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Depends if there's a big pyramid in the forest now.
That is a very good point. Just,
At
I mean,
that moment.
there's not a pyramid. I just need to remind myself what there actually is.
If there was a pyramid, then we'd be doing another side quest to loot it.
I think between us we can get 3 fireballs off a round, so mummies ain't shit right now.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's.
I don't have Fireball.
No, but I have Action Surge.
So when you say between us... I mean, I can... No.
Oh, you have other stuff, I know.
Yeah. I was going to say I could. I was going to say I could fairy fire them, and then I was like, no, that wouldn't do shit for a fireball spell.
Right, so if we head out of here, where are the Corrids back up at the Lockbury Henge?
They should be. Yes.
All right.
So.
Shall we perambulate back up there then, lads?
Cool. So as your... What was your passive perception again?
My
19.
Everyone's passive perception.
19.
Okay.
I can also roll a perception check if you want as well.
Only if you're actively looking for something. Otherwise, it'll be something you spot as you're walking through.
Okay.
So, for those who got above 15, no, for those who have above 15, is that just you, Freya?
Might be.
So, the tornado that was off in the distance, does appear to be getting closer. There is nothing more to. So, done that one. Just need to check. Done that.
Is the tornado in the direction of the Motherhorn?
No. Well, it kind of moves across yon. So when you first arrived, I think down.
Yeah, that was about where we arrived on the south.
Yeah.
On
So you could see like the tornado was way up here,
Mm-hmm.
and it appears to have slowly moved south. It's about there at this stage.
Okay.
So it's still a way off, just more it's slowly coming. So, okay, so you arrive back at Lockbury Henge. So upon your arrival, the Corrids will peep out and go, is it done? Have you slayed our enemies?
Right. So, who's the worst person in Yon?
Well,
Excluding Tommy.
they are uncomfortable to answer that question.
I mean,
well,
it's Endlin. It's Endlin Runegrave, right?
and they kind of nod sheepishly.
Right. So here's the dish. Right. You know how there's a carefully cultivated set of things that you dislike about the Briganox?
Yeah, we hate the Briganox.
Yeah.
They work for
Well, I'm pretty sure. Coppers to gold. I reckon that Endlin's probably been stirring shit to keep you lot hating on each other and not trying to kick her out of the place. Because we went and spoke to the Briganox, right? And they're not working for Endlin willingly. They're being they got one of theirs held hostage, and they seem to think that you lot have been voluntarily given your facial hair, etc., to Endlin to help her enslave them. So
voluntary. No, it was stolen from us. Stolen.
precisely what I'm saying. So would you guys be amenable to some kind of peace talks between you and the Briganox, so you can all band together and as one uniform socialist commune kick Endlin in the flaps?
Can I have a persuasion roll with advantage?
And a guidance.
That would be a
Amazing.
with a guidance and my final psionic knack, that is going to be a total of
33.
33.
Yeah.
So that is between my three persuasion checks. That will be a total of 93.
I mean, unsurprisingly, at this stage, you have successfully broken peace.
I'm a rabble rouser. I'm the Wat Tyler of this shit.
I mean, there's nothing more that I can really. So what? Because I feel that just this streak of luck does deserve some. I mean, you've done. It doesn't specifically say about brokering a peace deal, and because you've rolled so well, I'm going to say that is what has happened, and I will also award you a coin as well.
Nice.
Because not only have you brokered a peace deal, you have brokered possibly the most perfect peace deal in all time.
What?
So,
come on, what can I say?
Can we also say that they've joined the they've joined the Empire under Lucius with that role?
well, it is Tommy doing the talking.
Mhm.
If he wishes to redirect it, then he may.
I think what I want to do is set it up as like a because I've already put a hell curse on the leadership of the Soggy Court, and I wouldn't want that to feed back on these fine people.
No, that's fair.
As opposed to those shitty frogs. So I think what I'll do is just broker a peace deal between the two that I want to make them an anarcho-socialist commune is what I want. I mean, I want to I want to set up like a manifesto, and they're going to have regular meetings, and there's going to be
they'll effectively form like a cooperative.
Yeah. There's going to be like a commissar that is elected every third month, but then all decisions are made by majority vote of the collective, except for external matters which are made by a 2/3 majority of the collective. I'm going to unionize the Koreds and the Briganox.
Yeah, I mean, you're also forming early Athens as well.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah. Cool.
Fucking 93 across 3 persuasion checks.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing more I can say to that. It's just some beautiful rolling. So, cool. So, peace deal brokered.
That easy, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So can we get them all together at the stone seat to actually talk it through?
Yeah. What I think what will happen initially is that they will gather in the like between the two places, so around the kind of shallow pool area, and they'll kind of stand on either side. I would have them walk into it, but they'd probably freeze to death, so I'm not going to do that.
Is that lake frozen or is it still water?
It would be frozen, wouldn't it? Yes. Thank you.
I thought you said it. I thought you said it was. It was notable that it wasn't frozen.
No,
Maybe.
I don't. I think it was non-notable. So in the fact that it's just set dressing, effectively. There is
well, I
nothing.
mean, you're in charge. You could just say it's frozen now for reasons, even if it wasn't before.
It is frozen. Huzzah! The power of love has frozen it over. But it's love.
We just hear a cycloptic woo from in the distance.
Yeah. I mean, this is the second cooperative that you've set up within this island. Because of the Cyclops and the bees. I'm loving this. Right.
Real anarchism is not just being chaotic neutral.
Yeah. This is somewhere a Republican is shaking their fist at you. So
we're also codifying the right to abortion, gay marriage, and
it's the moment you start giving people freedom, they'll want things like rights and liberties. Where does it end? Anyway, let's not go. Let's go back into fantasy.
I'm just reminded of my lawful evil paladin who wanted to rule the Sword Coast and introduce socialised healthcare because it was just more efficient that way.
Yes.
So... rule with an iron fist, but everyone crushed would be looked after.
Right. So,
what were the complaints that each side had about the other?
So the Corrids were complaining that the Briganox were mining too loudly, and that they were creating weapons or contraptions, specifically for Endlin. There was also some proverbially where they fluff things up, but they were the chief two complaints. Whereas the Briganox accused the there we go. Yep. I've said the word so many times they've disappeared from my mind. So they were accusing the Corrids of working for Endlin by supplying her with their magical hair, and that they then built a whole bunch of creepy statues outside their place. So as a result, they then mined louder, which then made the other team add more creepy statues. So
yeah.
there's a petty reason and a genuine reason.
Yeah. So we can move all of the creepy statues to become a nice statue garden somewhere in a third location.
Well, I imagine that the statues will be split across both locations and more statues created, but of the Briganox, so that there's a 50-50 split between Briganox and
Corrids.
Corrids. It's because they, from the WoW creatures, I keep thinking I want to say those. Anyway, so there's kind of like a 50-50 split between both locations.
Maybe also limit the times that they can actually do their mining work and not be excessive with it.
Oh, they'll just mine quieter.
Oh, okay.
What these guys really need is like a scheduling admin assistant who is, shared between both parties. It's like, oh, I see you're having a weird dance and sing around the henge at 6 o'clock. Well, we've got mining scheduled for 8:30, so if you could be done and have the chairs put away by then, that would be marvellous.
Yes. So, yes, you have brokered peace. Huzzah!
I guess back to the mine.
Back to the mine. You kind of notice that there's preparations for formal feasts being prepared, as delegations from both sides are likely to swap things like that. So
So I was watching the Mike's cat play in the background. Just it's very cute.
So
do they have a medallion, amulet, or badge for me?
yes, they do. So it is. It will be an orangey looking ruby that has kind of they've kind of put like a half moon in the middle of it, so it's kind of as the moon is coming across the sun.
It's very obviously visibly depicting an eclipse symbolically.
Correct.
Perfect.
So they haven't had time to put it on a chain or anything, but they have managed to create like a little hole that you could thread something through. So
yeah, I might just see if I can like get it attached to my wrist or something.
Yeah,
Like
you can do
like
that.
a bracelet type thing. Or even just see if they could like weld it to my pauldron or my wrist guard or whatever. Bracer, that's the word.
Okay.
Vambrace.
Vambrace, thank you.
So you follow Molliver deeper into the caverns, past the so the darkened tunnel that he glanced to during when you were first speaking to him. It's not that it's secret; it's more hidden. Leads down, and you can see that there's several different. There's what appears to be a. It's a large board or plank, and it appears to have been half painted to look like the outside of a house, and then in the other contraption that they're working on appears to be a half finished puppet of some description.
Gross.
Yeah. So they lead you down that, and then they lead you through several more tunnels, and then it opens up to a chasm. The route ends at a gaping chasm on the far side of which is a grotto full of stalactites and stalagmites. A truss bridge constructed of intricate wooden struts and beams spans the 100-foot gap across the chasm. Beneath the bridge is darkness dotted with purple lights. Well, declares Molliver, here we are at the jolly old Rivenwash Chasm. Best to stay on the bridge and not dilly-dally. So, the bridge is 5 feet wide, 100 feet long. Looks reasonably sturdy.
So, what's the lighting like down here, like in the bridge area? Is it dim?
Dim to dark.
Excellent.
Yeah. You can see that there are sort of purple lights, maybe. They seem to be moving slightly, that are kind of below the bridge, but quite a way below.
How long is the bridge, sorry?
It is 100 feet long.
Okay. I am going to summon me duplicate.
Okay.
And then I'm going to set it walking across the bridge.
Okay.
It will get to 30 feet from me.
So 30 feet from you, so nothing happens.
Okay.
Like he gets 30 feet across the bridge, and there's nothing. the duplicate, can he see? Like, can you see what he sees?
No.
Okay.
I am going to use a bonus action to do my Steps of Night feature,
Lovely.
and
does that?
I'm going to say a path appears under as I take steps under my feet, made of stars, like the Milky Way or something.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
and
love it.
then I start just walking in the air because I now have a flying speed equal to my walking speed.
Ah.
I'm going to wait 6 seconds to make sure that it's working because this is the first time I've used it, and then I am going to dash 60 feet across the gap.
Okay.
But I'm also going to try
Okay.
and do it above the bridge as well, so I'm not like going out over nothing.
So, as you reach the halfway point,
Hmm.
you spot with your passive perception that there are flame skulls lurking directly underneath the bridge. That as you hit the halfway point, will sort of rise up to sort of face you. They're probably about 10 feet above the bridge. There are 3 of them.
We're rolling initiative.
Well, it depends what you want to do. Yeah, so yeah, what would you like to do?
Take a Okay, if I dart back to say 40 feet,
Yeah,
which is behind the halfway point.
yeah. So they will then sink back down.
You reckon we can take him?
Well, I mean, they only pop up when you go past the when we hit the halfway point. I'm at the 40 feet point. I can get to the other side in 6 seconds from here.
Lucius?
I mean, I can teleport us both across if you'd like.
Oh, if you'd be so kind, that'd be lovely. I mean, I think we should be prepared that when we get over the other side, they're probably going to chase us, but
I'd rather fight them on the ground than on the bridge.
it's very fair.
So if you two want to teleport across,
Just double
Cool.
checking.
Yeah, come on then.
just going to check see if I've got Dimension Door or something myself. No.
What do you think, other Tommy?
Well, shall we watch Freya cross to the side, and if they don't give chase, then we know that we can just walk across rather than wasting a spell. If they do give chase, then I can immediately teleport us right next to her.
Yeah, sure. I'll cast Fly on myself with the wand.
Nice. As you do so, you can feel a slight uncomfortableness, sort of like a slight itch or burning on your back, but it fades almost immediately.
Okay.
Cool. So Freya, what are you doing exactly? So you're almost at the halfway point.
Almost at the halfway point.
Yep.
And then I am going to sprint to the other side.
Okay, so you can cross that in a single action though, right? Because you can move
From
and then
where I
dash.
am, I can move and then dash, and I'll be across to the far side with a single action.
Okay, so because real life isn't turn-based, what happens in those 6 seconds as you cross that halfway point? The flame skulls rise up, turn to look at you, but as you step onto the other side, they then sink back down. Do with that as you wish.
Freya will turn around and go, "Yeah, made it fine. Just stop just before the halfway point, and then sprint."
I will. How much does Lucius weigh?
I mean, he's got a strength of 7. He is a very
Cool.
thin chap.
I will pick up Lucius and use my cunning action to move 180 feet in a round.
I mean, that's so fast that you would assume that the flame skulls would rise up at the halfway point, but you've done that just so quickly, like 3 times quicker than Freya, right?
God, this feels good.
Yeah, that's 3 times as fast as Freya was moving.
Yeah. So presumably the flame skulls started to move up, but you were past before and they've run back down. At which point, Molliver sort of cheers, and he moves to just before the halfway point and then dashes across as well.
He's coming with. Marvellous.
He is coming with. The other Briganots do not follow. It's just him. Congratulations. A combination of wit and skill and whatever you, sir, did, just blistering speed.
Don't say blistering.
Apologies. You're more than capable.
He went so fast because he was there. He was in the blistering zone.
So you have arrived at the grotto. So in the center of the grotto is a piebald pony wearing blinders. A small wooden hut is strapped to its back, and a faint clatter can be heard from inside the hut. He gestures towards the hut and he says, this is the home of Obud, the oldest Briganok. This is who appraises the gems that we find. Come on in, and I will show you. So
Come on in to the tiny hut.
Yeah, that's a good point. And then he will knock on the door. The door swings open. So you probably get the impression that he's lived with these guys for too long and has forgotten how difference in height he is versus everyone else. The door swings open and a tiny wrinkled creature hobbles into view, accompanied by a wispy bulb of light. The old Briganok peers at you through tiny spectacles and says in Common/Bay, big folk, how wonderful. I may be old and tired, but I am not old. I'm not too old and tired to show guests hospitality. It is sadly a dying tradition in these realms. And he will point towards, so because you're within the grotto, and he will point towards like a cave mouth, and he goes, that is the secret tunnel to Motherhorn. Yes, and Creeping Glenn's Theatre of Terror, a dreadful place indeed.
Well, it's going to be curtain calls soon enough.
Bravo.
I would also be happy to trade. If you, I would. The location I offer as a gift. If you would return my kindness, I can also furnish you with some gems that may or may not be useful in the challenges ahead.
I will certainly. No, I don't have the big bag of drugs anymore.
Did I get rid of the flask glow ones that changes colour based on the mood of the holder? I think I might have done.
I know that you've had other trinkets that you still have not traded in.
For real, yeah.
I definitely want to trade in some trinkets for these gems.
Did he call us big man when we first?
Big
Big folk.
A big folk, yes.
Then I offer him a bottle and said, "You can be big folk too." And the bottle has the word "grow" on it.
Oh my!
Did you get a potion of diminution at some point as well?
Yes,
We
I've
did.
got the potion of diminution in my
And
inventory.
here, a little something to take the edge off. You got to pair an upper with a downer. You know what I mean?
Oh
I
my!
will remove that from my inventory then.
I was joking, but okay.
You all keep this under wraps. I have something glorious planned for April 1st. And he'll accept the potion of grow.
And the potion of diminution?
If you offer it to him, yes. Sorry, I wasn't sure if that was a joke or.
I think
you're
it
genuine.
was, but I took it as...
Yes, and
Lovely.
Basically, with Freya, I think I channeled Freya a bit too much and took Joe literally there.
So, he will. He kind of hobbles inside, and he comes back. He doesn't have the potions in hand, but he's got a velvet sort of pouch, I guess. And as he lays it on the floor, he then folds it out, and it's actually more of like a small rug. On it there are 3 sparkling gems.
Neat.
So, okay, so is one person taking them, or are you splitting them equally? Just
does it look like they have a function, or are they simply gems?
they appear to be they simply appear to be gems, 2 of which are worth 100 gold pieces, and the other one is worth 500 gold pieces.
Is the 500 gold piece one a diamond by any chance?
It doesn't specify, so I'm going to say yes.
I might take the 500 gold piece one then.
That seems wise.
Sure.
To be honest, I'm not too fast. You can keep hold of mine as well.
Let me just... I might need to, next long rest, just change up my spell list to have something to bring people back from the dead.
Tommy started this campaign with 9 gold, and he's going to end this campaign with 9 gold.
So
600 golds of worth of non-magical diamonds for me.
600.
Yeah, 500, one 500 and one 100.
Sorry, yes, yeah. So, well, you've got 500 gold piece, which is the diamond, and then you've got the 100 gold piece, which is going to be an emerald.
Oh, okay, and because I've only got the one that I can use, then that's fine.
Yeah, they're not all diamonds, alas. They're just different things that they've mined.
No, that's fair.
Okay. So at this point,
In that case, I will give I will allow Lucius to have the 2 100 gold gems.
Very generous.
Nice.
If you ever want it back from me, you're more than welcome.
Right.
So
Oldest Briganock. Yourself. What's the what's down the tunnel?
it is a secret passage to Mother Thorn. There, Mother Horn.
But like, is it just a straight tunnel? There's nothing in there, or is there stuff?
Well, when I went there many moons ago, there was nothing. I mean, I'd be careful to make sure you don't slip and fall, but there's nothing. There's nothing like the bridge, if that's what you're asking.
That was what I was asking. Yes, thank you.
Yes. Although I must confess, since the new occupants have arrived, I have not braved that tunnel.
New occupants.
The hag.
Right. So since Endlin moved in.
Yes.
Right. Well, I wouldn't worry about that for too much longer.
Yeah, we just think of us as removal people.
Ah.
We're some movers. We're gonna help her move again.
We're off to see the wizard, and when we say wizard, we mean hag, and when we say see, we mean curb stomp.
We're off the wizard, off the hag.
Well, best of luck to you, children.
We don't need luck. We got a fool with a wish.
I had a wish once.
What did you wish for?
I forget. It was so long ago. I think I wished for this horse. Actually,
It's a lovely horse.
it is. And then he'll kind of politely excuse himself and retire for the evening.
That's fair.
Yeah. Molliver will turn to you and go, You were serious. You intend to end this hag's life.
With extreme prejudice.
It's like when you start a collection, you kind of just want to see it through, you know.
We are 2 out of 3 of hag stomping.
Can I be of any assistance?
I'd stay out of the AOE.
Anything you'd like us to warn us about?
I mean, I would beware of her theatre and her scissors.
Her scissors.
Yes, the scissors she uses to. Well, I'd assumed it was only to snip people's shadows, but.
Oh, shadows.
But.
I imagine having your shadow removed is not a good thing.
No.
Speaking of which, don't we have some hangers-on with us as well? I'd forgotten that Mr. Dandelion and the Acrobat were planning on coming with us as well.
So the Acrobat definitely, Mr. Dandelion and the bee, whose name I forget, but I will pull it up. I think she's just called Queen Bee. She can't be called Queen Bee.
Is it
Pollen-
Polynella?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So
I forget what the dandelion was called.
you're right. They are following you. So so this is the point. Well, you can technically go back at any time, but yeah, they're asking if there's anything you would like them to do. Specifically, they warn you that they don't know specifically the path ahead, but it is a secret entrance to Mother Horn. That Mother Horn, as well as the lair of this hag, is also contains a theatre that Endlin sort of forces performers to perform in.
Do you know the layout of the Mother Horn?
I know No, not since it has changed. I know that it is a twisting tower, and that the theatre sits upon a plateau, but the specific room layout I do not know. I have none of them. I don't think any.
We'll work out. Don't worry.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think any of them have actually come from there. So
I would have had 10 minutes on that fly spell, and it took me 12 seconds for a trip with one person plus myself. So I'm assuming we can get everyone across safely.
yeah, yeah. I would imagine that even if you hadn't,
They do what I did.
that they do what you did, or Molliver would have taught them the trick of how to cross safely.
Sure.
So
Do we need to rest here before we proceed to the?
To be honest, I could do with it. I'm pooped.
Well, we have hosted a peace summit today.
Yeah.
Mm.
well,
You deserve a rest.
this grotto is particularly relaxing. So
Yeah, I'll take a nap.
yeah, so this is a perfect place to rest up.
Is it a long rest?
It can be if you wish. Like you're in no danger here, and you're
Oh, yeah,
welcome
right.
guests.
I'll
so,
I'll take a long rest then. Get me
Right.
2 second level spell slots back.
I have
Okay.
a question.
yes.
Would you allow me to embrace the spirit of the High Priestess and use subtle spell to cast divination so I can ask my question in secret?
I mean, what sort of DM would I be if I said no? Of course you can. Secrets and whimsy, of course. Ask away, my friend.
Secret whimsy. Whimsical secrets.
Yes.
I
Right,
mean, that's
while
the
you're-
most perfect pair of words I can think of.
While you are posing your question, I'm just going to pop to Lou quickly.
Fantastic.
I'll also pop to the loo, using this opportunity, and possibly also get myself a drink.
Really so as well. I've typed my question first.
It's just you and me now, other Tommy. Yes, it is, First Tommy. How you doing, other Tommy? I'm not so bad, First Tommy. You're a very handsome fella. And so are you! Ah! Endless fun. Endless fun. No one should ever let us become an echo noid, eh, ever, Tommy? No, they shouldn't, because this is going to get old forever and accept us really fucking fast. Ah!
Hey, dude.
How's it going?
Yeah, not too.
Me and other Tommy were just having a talk about how handsome we both are.
Which one is the most handsome?
Well, I think it's this guy.
And back.
Hi,
Good
Matt.
comment.
Oh, my new tap is lovely. Like, you know, it's
Oh,
I feel so old that I am just so pleased with a new tap, but the water coming out of it just comes out so smoothly. It's wonderful.
Christ.
It's
you mean
very
there's not a
satisfying.
delay?
There is not a delay, and it doesn't come out at high pressure anymore.
Huzzah. So the answer to your question, Lucius, is no.
So do we see the same thing? Like we just see the symbol appear? Just no.
Yeah.
I will just turn to Lucius when this happens, just raise 2 eyebrows.
The answer was most beneficial to you.
Alright, we trust you.
I
Out
don't
of
have
character,
to kill you.
was the question, should I betray these guys?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
I mean, if the answer was one way, it would yes.
Come on, we've been good for you. We've turned you into a fucking emperor.
Okay, so want to.
Do
So
you remember Fenwick? What a weird guy. I wonder where he is right now.
Yeah, he just disappeared very suddenly. I guess because he was done with his quest and he didn't want to hang around anymore.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that sounds about right.
okay,
We just can't catch a single fucking break.
I feel really bad for him, but yes.
The whipping boy of the entire universe.
okay, so
He's got to appear as an NPC in another campaign and somewhere down the line.
Well, that's assuming someone frees him, right?
Well, I mean, the thing is, this future setting thing that I'm working on, he could be trapped wherever that was for however long until someone frees him. So he could legitimately appear during that Modern Realms campaign.
okay, so I've been playing about with walls. Unfortunately, the entire map has been revealed, but so the passageway is surprisingly so the tunnel is surprisingly empty. As you approach just before this point, there is a massive stone wall that blocks your path. It looks like a cave-in. However, are you taking the other companions with you? Or are you leaving them at the grotto?
I think they wanted to come with us, didn't they?
Bring
Certainly, the acrobat wants to rescue a sister.
Yes.
We'll keep them behind
Yeah.
the
Okay. So, Molliver will. So at this wall, he'll say, "Endelin doesn't know about this. Let's keep it a secret, and he'll wink at you and step through the wall as the illusion sort of fades and then reforms. Assuming you follow suit.
Mm-hmm. Do you want stealth checks from everyone?
It depends if you want to enter stealthily.
I think so.
I think so.
Right, let's see some nat 20s.
I'm going to cast guidance on myself because I think I'm the one that fucking needs it. Thankfully, I've got mithril armor now, but still.
That's a 22 for I.
Lovely.
Ooh. Oh. Okay.
Say,
21.
I really, really like Soul Knife. The class features are just fun and interesting and good to use. Hard recommend.
So,
I will cast invisibility on myself.
Nice.
very nice.
You still want me to roll a stealth check?
Yes, but because invisibility is just about sight, right?
Mhm.
So you're invisible.
You have advantage.
Yeah, can I get you to roll advantage? But I'll also take into account the fact that you are invisible. You are invisible and silent. So
Where did the D4s come from?
is it going to break it down? I mean, even without the D4, to be honest, that's still 22.
There's something that I don't. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right.
So, the tunnel ends with loose-fitting stones. Red light shines through the cracks, and you hear the sound of shouting and hammering coming from somewhere beyond the wall. So, so there's some stones that are blocking your path. However, they are easy to move to create an opening for you to climb through.
Is that here?
So yeah, that would be there. So
We are still paused, by the way.
oh, there you go.
Where are these people we can see in this room?
Okay, so crates of props are stacked in this chamber alongside wooden backdrops draped in cobwebs, and so very similar to the half painted house that you saw when you were in the is it the Briganox? So yeah, it appears that they were creating set pieces.
We're in the prop store.
Yes. So, an 8-foot diameter circular wooden disc painted to look like a smiling moon leans against one wall. From a cluttered corner, a raspberry voice says, "Psst, over here." Glancing in that direction, you see a wooden marionette carved and painted to look like a human skeleton. It appears to be tangled in its own strings.
Where is this?
So this is going to be that one there. So the other ones, while they are puppets, they are motionless and not reacting. So
I'm going to use a bonus action to activate my shield.
okay.
And just every minute I'll need to reactivate it.
So yeah, the wooden marionette is basically lying in a heap. Its strings are in disarray. Its limbs jumbled, and it appears entirely stuck.
You right there, bud?
No, I seem to have gotten myself into a wee fix. I have been discarded and trapped.
Can I have another Tommy, please, on the map?
You certainly can. You're gonna want that guy.
Thank you. I'm going to send the other Tommy and walk him over there.
Okay.
I'm just going to see if I can put an aura on him or something.
I can perhaps change. Can I change what he looks like? Can you guys see that? That he's got
A little dot on him.
not specifically a dot. There should be arrows pointing at him.
I can see a little green dot on the top left of the portrait.
Oh, okay.
I believe that was what I was trying to do.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I've just marked him for myself then.
Yeah. Can I? Can we see out to these other people out here yet?
So I would say yeah. So you can certainly see some. So, so you.
Tommy will have advantage on his next initiative roll.
Nice.
So, these two are. They look like. There we go. So, so this is a workshop. The cavernous underbelly of the stage is noisy and hot. goblins work a forge, saw wood, and daub paint onto wooden backdrops. A woman in a tight-fitting dress barks orders at the workers, while a goblin frantically makes adjustments to her costume using needles, pins, and thread. A tiny creature chained to a hooded lantern on a tabletop is using a stick of charcoal to sketch something on a piece of parchment at unbelievable speed. The wispy bulb of light flutters next to him. So it is worth noting that all of these are goblins, the sort of the commoner
tokens.
portrait. However, some of them are adults, some of them are children.
I were going to use transposition to swap spaces with my duplicate.
Okay.
So he will go to there, and I will go to there.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
And then try to untangle this marionette.
Yeah, go for it. I'll just finish describing what else you can see.
Sorry.
So, no, that's absolutely fine. So, you can see kind of there's a couple of other more active set pieces that have been sort of stacked up against a wall. There's sort of clothes draped over sort of a couple of mannequins. There's you can see like a kind of like knight's armor that appears to have been sort of placed on an armor stand. So there's a couple of things dotted around like that. So yeah, you can absolutely do that. Can I have a sleight of hand check, please?
You know what? I'll give it a go. Sleight of hand. It's going to be. I'd add a d6 to that. 14.
I am very glad that you did that because the DC is 14. So it'll take you about a minute. However, you can carefully sort of free and untangle the mannequin. So before we continue, the other two have got a minute while Tommy is doing this. Would you guys like to do anything in particular?
This woman that we can see here.
Yes, that lady.
Yes. Does she look like a hag?
No, she is. She appears to be human.
Does she bear an uncanny resemblance to the acrobat?
The one that you've.
The twin that we're travelling with.
No.
Well, I'll ask Lucius. Any idea who that is?
Do I recognise her? I mean, I've seen Endelyn from the vision, so I'm assuming it's not her.
Yeah. So, just gonna see if it gives any more. Yeah, she's a human.
So I'll come to think that I'm invisible.
Just while we're here, we can communicate for the next 2 hours telepathically.
Oh, cool. In that case, yeah, don't need to whisper. So we could actually all go invisible and sneak across, because I have a potion of invisibility as well as an invisibility spell.
Same.
I prefer not to use the spell that I've got though, because I've only got the one slot for that level.
Mm-hmm.
So we could go invisible and then just try and sneak past all this lot.
Yeah, no, there are targets. I'm happy to bypass them.
Cool.
So if we can sneak up on Entlin and get the drop on her, brilliant. I can just banish her straight off, and then we can set up the kill box.
Nice. So I'm going to say that a minute roughly has passed at this stage, at which point sort of the marionette that Tommy has sort of managed to untangle kind of kind of comes together with some sort of janky movement. So as this marionette talk, her mouth moves open and shut. Oh, thank you. My name is Breakaleg. I was Enderlin's first experiment with living puppetry. I was a prototype and then discarded and left here for I do not know how long. Are you here to free us?
Sure, you want to be free?
I would love that so much. I will be struck down by that warlock in the next room if I attempt to get out of here.
Who is that warlock in the next room?
Oh, she is Skilla. She made some kind of pact with Baba Yaga. She was once a very close ally with the three hags until Enderlin once foresaw that Skilla's allies will one day turn against her.
The little bloke next to her. It's not called Charybdis, is it?
I do not know. Hold on.
Is that the Briganock next to the?
So
I reckon that's the chief architect.
Yeah.
So in the picture that I've sent you, that is a goblin, but the creature in within the hooded lantern caged up, he is a Briganock, a powerful architect by the name of Olmo, I think she said.
Those goblins, are they loyal to Enderlin?
They are more like slaves. They will follow her out of fear, but she will sacrifice them in an instant.
Could I get a clarification on what you just said about Enderlin saw that this warlock's allies would turn against Enderlin, or would turn against the warlock?
Sorry, Enderlin foresaw that Skilla's allies will turn against Skilla. So while Skilla still will work for Enderlin, she is very distrustful of everyone else, and tries to avoid. She prefers slaves over allies at this stage.
Fair.
Tommy, ask the puppet if this warlock can see invisible creatures.
Hey, break a leg. Can that warlock over there? Can she see invisible creatures?
I do not know. I'm unsure of her full power. I would warn you though. Someone tried to escape once. There are several suits of armor around this place. If she gives a command, they will activate and chase down her target.
Well, that's alright. We can take care of her long before she gets a word in edgeways.
You seem very confident.
I am very confident.
I hope for all of our sakes it is well founded. If your intention is indeed to take out Enderlin, then it should be known, if you do not know already, that she is terrified of eclipses.
Yeah, we heard.
Yes. Before I was discarded, I know that Enderlin also wrote a secret about one of her sisters on a piece of invisible parchment. She keeps it in the library, or she did. And she draws a lot of her power from the lightning rods atop this mountain.
Gotcha.
If they're destroyed, then she can no longer operate any of her arcane contraptions. But that is all I know, and my information might be out of date at this stage. It has been so long.
That is interesting.
It's very interesting. Maybe whatchamacallit? The Briganock that we've got with us. What's his name?
Oh yes.
What's his name? Sorry.
So
We don't have a
you
brigand.
have you have the
Muller.
representative. Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, he's not actually a Briganock then.
No, he is a human.
Right. Okay.
Um, he's the representative of the Briganox, but he himself is not, because they're really scared of big people. So he,
Okay.
as a big person, acts as a conduit.
I am going to. Let me just check. So, Breaker said that the goblins are slaves and want to be free rather than continuing working for Endlin, right?
Yeah. Well, they work for Skiller specifically.
But they said they want to be free of Skiller.
Yes.
I'll say over the last thing I will say over the psychic link to these two is, how about you feel about being the fulfilling bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy? And I'm going to use psychic link to
Okay.
link up with. I need to check how many I can do. 4 goblins
Okay.
that I can see evenly spaced around, and
Yep.
myself, and whisper to them over the psychic link. Hello there, my goblin friends. My name's Tommy. We're here to free you from the clutches of this evil warlock. So when shit starts going down and you see Skilla start to be injured, beat the shit out of her, and you'll all be free by breakfast. How does that sound? Spread the word between you and your goblin chums, and yeah, I've got this for hours, so I'll wait and see if I get a response.
They just have to think something to have.
It's a telepathic link. Yeah.
We we are loyal to you, milady.
Milady.
We will not. There is no need to test us.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
I'm not testing you, darling. I'm really not. Do you want to be free?
Can I have a persuasion check with disadvantage?
Anne.
Yes.
That's going to be worth a psionic knack die. 21.
I mean, that's still a good roll with disadvantage. I can't fault that. Then they will say, yes, we want to be free.
Then just keep it where they're at, Right?
Okay. There's hesitancy, but perhaps a single spark of hope in there.
Yeah, and I'll pass on the message that they should whisper that around to their goblin friends. And I'm going to wait for that to percolate, and I'll go back to the. Give me 1 second. I've got a phone call coming in.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah, speaking.
So we're going to take her down. That'll get us a bunch of goblin allies. We could maybe send the goblins off to sabotage the lightning rods.
Mm.
That's what I'm thinking. My original plan was to send. I've forgotten his name once again. The Briganock representative.
I want to say Molliver.
Molliver, yes. I was thinking we could send. We would send Molliver off, but then it turns out he's not a Briganock. He might not be quite as handy as I thought he would be. But
I've got Tesco delivery, so I'll be back in about 5. Carry on without me.
That's all right.
Okay.
I mean, seems rude to continue with his revolution without him.
we can start making plans at least.
Yeah, I mean, what I will say is if you're observing them for any length of time, you will notice that they kind of move between one another, and there's more conversation, but very hushed conversation.
What is-
Usually, sorry. I was going to say it's a bit. Usually they're quite downtrodden and not really talking, and now there seems to be talking, but still in a very hushed tone.
What is she doing?
So she's kind of barking orders, and she is creating so okay, so she's kind of barking orders to the rest of the group, and she's also kind of keeping an eye to ensure that Golmo, the architect, is still working, and she's kind of organising between the two parties.
Is she facing away from where we are?
So she's kind of. It depends what order she's barking. So she's not like stood at a specific thing. She'll keep glancing down over here, but like she might bark orders, or she might turn and sort of shout in that direction. I suppose because she's also having a dress fitted, she's kind of her primary focus would be. She's going to be kind of her views in that sort of direction. Because there's also a set piece here that the goblins are working on that she's particularly focused in.
Okay, tell me if this is bullshit.
Okay.
But could I maybe roll insight to get a read on her to figure out how often and when she's likely to glance, towards the Briganock there, or away from the direction we're in, so that I can predict when she will glance away, so that I can then step out, get up, and then smack her without being noticed.
I mean, for sure, you can roll. I won't. I will never stop you doing that.
In that case, yeah, I'm going to roll insight.
Go for it.
And because of the because it's a wisdom check, I have advantage.
Yes, you do.
Oof. One of those was a 2. Okay,
The other?
so the other was an 8. So there's a grand total of 17.
So you seem to seem to kind of get an idea that the problem is she's not really following a specific pattern.
It's more less of a pattern and more like if something triggers her to look in that direction, or if she does something before she starts looking in that direction on a regular basis. In fact, could I roll again after giving myself guidance, or could I just add a guidance dice?
What does guidance do again? Remind me.
So guidance mechanically just gives me an extra d4 to roll. I roll a d4 and add it to the roll. Yeah, it's a case of just asking my god for guidance.
Yeah, you can either take your roll as it is and add the d4 to it, or you can re-roll it again with the d4.
I'll re-roll again with the d4.
Go for it.
Yeah, that's 26.
Okay, that's so.
Oh, sorry, I tell a lie. 27.
So from your first roll, it seems a little bit erratic. Where she's looking, even the architect only distracts her attention for a few seconds. Given that you've taken longer to observe it, which is represented in the reroll, you notice that it's not so much what she's doing, but when there's a particular fitting being taken place. So I'm actually going to move one of these goblins over here to represent that. So you notice that he's pinning some additional set dressing and then moving away, making edits to it, and then coming back. And that when she does that, she kind of has to stand up straight and look dead ahead, which would be sort of in that's the pause button, in that sort of direction, which would be a good time. That's probably your window.
Oh, tall as a goblin.
They're only a few feet.
Yeah, they're smaller than a medium creature, a small creature.
Yeah, is it gonna?
I have an idea. I mean, if it all goes horribly wrong, feel free to blast us to smithereens. But I have.
I'm going to pop a Braxis into a shadow.
I'm listening, my lord.
I can conjure an image in her head of something hurting her, and if I make it blend in with the rest of the environment, she won't think anything is up, anything is wrong.
Surely she'd notice taking the damage.
She will, but we won't be the source. I could make an image of one of her goblin fitters sewing in her clothes and accidentally keeping prodding her with the needles as he keeps getting it wrong, but chipping away.
I'd give it a bash. Yeah, why not? I'm going to cast disguise self on myself, to look like a little goblin.
I will cast Phantasmal
And
Force.
sorry, am I able to get over to
Yeah,
let's
yeah, you
say here as a goblin, Mike?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And my little echo goblin will also come over.
I love Echo Goblin. Just think I haven't got anything disguisey. No.
I will also cast Hex upon her. And the skill I will choose to give her disadvantage on is, I think, intelligence.
Okay. So
You will have disadvantage on all intelligence checks for an hour.
Strange that.
What's the roll that she needs to make in order to try and figure out this thing's an illusion?
Intelligence.
I'm not talking about the saving throw, because Hex doesn't do anything to saving throws.
No, it is a check. I checked.
Ah!
so presumably she doesn't know that she's been hexed either.
No,
No.
doesn't know she's been hexed until. Well, no, she doesn't know she's been hexed.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Well, that goes off.
You see the little bit of in the eyes of this goblin, a little bit of hellfire in the pupils, and then it dies down again.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, damn it, it's a wild surge. The ability that allowed Freya to just instantly teleport, that was due to a wild surge, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I was just looking at the tumbles from Whimsy to see if there was anything that allowed me to just bounce somewhere.
I am readying a psychic blades attack. If it looks like the jig is up and she's about to yell a command word, I'm readying a psychic blades.
Lovely. And so is it Phantasmal?
I'll cast it into Foundry when we're ready.
Cool.
I'm going to ready an action to rush in if the jig is up.
So your readied action would be to move then.
My readied action is basically the dash action,
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
which will at least get me there, and then we'll get into initiative rounds, and then we can, and then then it's a roll of the dice, because I don't really want to ready inflict wounds, because then I'd lose the spell regardless.
Yeah. Okay. So. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. That is a nasty spell. Okay. I love it. Only second level as well.
But
So
being a
Phantasmal
warlock, it's upcast.
Yeah. Okay.
Shall I cast it then?
Yeah. So what is the actual illusion that you're creating?
So a very elderly goblin will hobble up to her and go, "I just need to make some adjustments," and with a fake, well, everything about this is fake. With a needle and thread, will start adjusting her clothing and will accidentally stab her in the process. When doing so, he'll go, "Oh, ever so sorry," and we'll just keep doing that until she.
With 1d6 at a time, this might take a while.
Okay. So it has to make an intelligence saving throw. Okay. Lovely. Let's have a little look. That is not good. I don't think that's. What's the DC? Because it's going to be. That's a fail. I'm not very happy with that roll, so I'm going to use one of my re-rolls.
Devil tokens. Yep.
Yeah. 13, so that's still a fail. So she, as far as I've understood this, so it is illogical that the goblin would be causing that much like, even if it's small, like it's only a pinprick, but this would start to clock up, and it's illogical that
The target rationalizes any illogical
Yeah.
outcomes from interacting with the
that's
phantasm.
so I'm kind of just saying
The
it out
psychic
loud.
damage might just be more of a. She feels like she's getting more and more frustrated, and then eventually has an aneurysm.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So it's that it can even take damage from the illusion.
Like wearing her psyche down. It doesn't. That's not actually. Yeah.
As she tries to shoo away a goblin terminator that keeps coming no matter how much damage she deals to it because it's not fucking real.
She's got blood pouring out of her.
You schizophrenia.
Blood pouring out of her nose, her eyes, her ears, and she's just going, I must suffer for my art!
And I'll have spent 1 sorcery point to double it for 2 minutes.
That's right, you're a sorcerer, not a warlock now.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I'd forgotten that.
Okay, so the way that I'm going to do this is each time that she takes a damage, she will. It won't be a saving. It won't be a saving throw against the illusion. It will be something else. But you can tell that she's starting to get more and more angry. Then
okay, it says in the text of the spell, the target can use its action to examine the phantasm with an intelligence investigation check against your spell save DC. So if you do that every turn,
yeah, go on then. I'm just trying to, because I don't know if she. Yeah, she will to begin with. Yes. Okay, so let's do the damage first. So
How many rounds do you mean to roll for? We do one
can
at a
we
time?
can we do one at a time?
Sure.
Appreciate this might take a while, but
That's all right.
where's
Ever
the-
so sorry, madam.
got
Right,
provision.
okay. What was her? That's the wrong bit. So what was the DC? Sorry.
16, and because this is a check, it's a disadvantage thanks to Tommy's
Yeah,
ability.
that one might be okay. No, that's a fail. Sorry, I've just realised how long this would take otherwise. Was it 16? Did you say your DC?
Yes.
Okay, no, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Okay, so we're up to 10. So can you roll me 10 d6? Because
I guess the question is also how long is she going to put up with this?
Just slaps him away.
Stab her, or she just starts trying to kill it?
yeah, well, I mean that's what I was.
That's the thing, right? But the spell's like she's rationing, like, oh, it's
It's
Yeah,
now
that's-
kind of goblin assassin that is trying to stab her with a needle.
That's what I was trying to work out because
Yeah.
I think the investigation check. Because originally I was going to do like a reserve check, like to see if she keeps her composure. Because to begin with, she's like, no way am I being killed by an elderly goblin. But on the other hand, like,
I hate going out like this.
yeah, she's
Skiller's going
paranoid.
out, same as the president, or Skiller's not going out.
Yeah, she's paranoid of everyone except she's under the influence of quite a powerful spell. So, at this, I think by the point that she would, because I suppose it's more mounting psychic damage, so it kind of hurts, but actually it's like the bleeding in the brain. So after about 11 or so apologies from this elderly goblin, sort of blood just starts to drip from her eyes, nose, like ears, everything, and she drops to the floor. She's dead. So
Right.
yeah,
Pull back my out.
goblins, you are free!
yeah, they kind of can't believe it. They're like, so.
We may have a task for you if you want to show your appreciation.
Anything. Who slayed her? Are you all? Because I suppose, because Tommy, you're just goblins. Lucius, you're in the middle. Like who's?
Invisible.
Yeah.
No, he's
oh,
cast
but
another
yeah,
spell now. Unless he did greater invisibility, but that's concentration.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah,
I will.
we should
I will ask
ask
him
her.
once he's back. So, yeah.
All good.
Hello. So when you cast your spell, did your invisibility drop?
It did. So I was sort of back here.
Yeah. Obviously, but so you kind of stepped out into the middle. So they're going like, the question they've asked is who do we have to thank? Because they're kind of looking around partly to see, are you all responsible? Like what they can't believe what's happened at the moment. And I
Well,
guess
they would have seen this owl go whoop, and then come out of her shadow after she died.
And also, they would have seen her reacting to this
about that.
phantom presence.
No one else would have seen the phantom presence.
No, but they would have seen her
but she
reacting.
act-
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
yes, yeah, that's what I mean. There's, I guess what I'm trying to get across is there's still confusion as to what's happened. Like they don't fully know that she's dead. She's dropped to the floor. She's bleeding in a lot of places that healthy people don't bleed from.
All right, Freya will walk up.
Why would you go at me like this?
Yeah.
Freya will walk up, take her maul, and just smash her head in.
Oh damn.
I was just gonna loot her body.
Well, I really hope she wasn't one of the good guys. Hooray! 3 cheers for the noble big folk heroes. Hip hip.
Hooray!
So you are now
Um,
free. So this is not an order. This is just a request. We'd like it if the bitter end's lightning rods were no longer functional. Don't suppose you'd be able to do anything about that?
they look terrified, and they kind of shake their head.
But don't worry, she's not going to be able to do anything vengeance-wise against you because we are going to mush her into tiny little bits.
Oh, it's not that, ma'am. The lightning rods, they're massive, and we are weak. We are near death. We don't have the power to take down not even one lightning rod, and there's probably a dozen of them.
Okay,
Um,
don't worry about it. I'm going to then turn to the Briganock in the cage and try and get him out.
yeah. So, do you remember that about half of these are also children?
True.
Right, yes, okay.
Yeah. Even the adults just wouldn't have, even if they weren't nearly dead. You would be sending them to their deaths.
Fair enough, not going to do that.
I didn't think that's what you were pushing for, so I mean, if you asked them, they'd give it a try, but I wouldn't count on any of them coming back. So, I mean, yeah, for sure. So,
Where did you guys live before you were here?
it was a place with grass and trees and a brook, and
Forest?
when it has been so long that we have forgotten the name of the place. Our memories have been stolen. Sometimes it comes back in dreams, but we cannot remember it. So, Freya, you're trying to get the guy out. Lucius, you're looting the body. She has an eldritch staff on her person.
Ooh, what is an eldritch staff?
So the staff can be wielded as a magic quarterstaff that grants a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with it. The staff has 10 charges and regains 1d6 +4 expended charges daily at dawn. If you expend the last charge, roll a d20 on a 1, the staff's destroyed. So Eldritch attack. When you hit with a melee attack using the staff, you can expend up to 3 of its charges. For each charge you expend, the target takes an extra D8 lightning damage.
Ooh.
And if you take damage while holding the staff, you can use your reaction to spend 3 of the staff's charges, whereupon you turn invisible and teleport yourself, along with any equipment you're wearing or carrying, up to 60 feet to an unoccupied space that you can see.
Oh, fuck. I tell you what, like, turning invisible is dynamite for a rogue.
So,
Like, if anyone else doesn't want it, I'm certainly happy to take it.
My hands are full.
I have a Staff of Frost, so
Am I right to take that?
yeah.
Mm.
Fantastic.
so do you want me to? That's the.
Is it in the
Yeah.
Really Beyond? Ah, brilliant.
Yeah.
I have a
Okay.
question about how your psychic knives work.
Yep.
Do your hands need to be free to use them?
I need one hand free. If I want to use the bonus action, I need the other hand free. However, I frequently have other stuff to do with my bonus action. So
Just
That is a nice staff.
yeah,
Mm.
is that achievement? It is achievement. Yeah, that makes sense.
cool. So you can. How are you getting Golmo out, Freya? So his cage is currently locked.
Does the headless warlock down there have a key to the cage? And I appreciate I didn't need to just smash her head in, but I was really trying to hammer the point home that we beat her.
Doesn't say that she does, but I don't see why she wouldn't. So
If she does, then I will unlock with the key. If not, then I'll just I'll just inspect it, realise that I can't unlock it, and then just ask Tommy, who has something on his face.
Yeah, hang on. I'm trying to find. That's not working.
Try to find a goblin filter effect? Okay.
I don't see why she wouldn't have the key. So yeah, I'm going to say that she has the key. And to be honest, the check for picking the lock is hilariously low anyway. So
Fro would be more likely to brute force it anyway.
sorry, that's what I mean. So it's a DC 15 Dex check to pick the lock, or it's only a DC 12 Strength check to physically break it.
Just because it's on brand. Yeah, that is a 14 to break it.
Yeah. Okay. So smashy. So this guy, he's got sort of spectacles upon spectacles, like so you can kind of zoom in on particular diagrams and stuff. He looks beyond exhausted and malnourished, and he smiles at you.
I'm going to pick him up and take him out very gently.
He will literally climb up your arm and will find a pocket internally and just fall asleep in there. So you have freed the goblin slaves. You're currently within the workshop. You've got the architect out. What would you like to do now?
I think I might head back to the tunnel,
Of course.
find Molliver,
Yeah.
who I presume we left there,
Yeah. They're kind of just waiting at the tunnel.
and I will hand over the architect to Molliver.
Cool.
I was going to suggest, why don't we send Molliver back with the architect?
Yep.
And then see if the new alliance down there can do anything about the lightning rods.
That was my thinking. You got miners who can chip away and rock people who can soften the rock and whatever, and just try and topple one of them.
Lovely. He will happily head back and relay some orders.
Oh, maybe also if we what was his name? Mudlump? Ask,
Yep.
Maybe you know what? No, if we can't speak to them ourselves, probably best not to send these guys to, just in case.
You've got Break a Leg still, the puppet, who's and you've got a whole bunch of goblin slaves.
Former
the
slaves.
Ex-slaves, yes.
Yeah, the goblins. I reckon we could just what do you call it? Send them back on the tunnel because a lot of them are kids. You don't want them. They don't know. They don't need to see what's about to happen to this bitch. So
Well, we can ask Molliver if we have permission to send the goblins through their tunnel.
sure.
Also, will they survive the bridge?
Yes, because
If they got the
because I'm not a monster, and also they can dash across, or at the very least, Molliver can ferry them across. So yeah.
If Molliver's happy, then yeah, send all these goblins down the secret tunnel.
Lovely.
I'm just sending something through to the Discord chat that is I think germane and relevant to today.
Yes.
Damn. Oof. So a couple of other things. If you're sending the slaves down the tunnel, they will rush, and they've got a couple of others that were kind of
worked so hard they needed to rest.
Yes. So once it's all been explained to them, they will hand you. They will hand you a small key that they found.
Thanks.
Within one of the cushions in the throne room. They have no idea what it unlocks, but they don't need it.
Could we also, before they go, get them to sketch us a map of the area?
Absolutely. I mean, in theory, can you not see the entire map?
No. There is a big line of shadow that you've
We can't see anything past that line there.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's actually fully black.
Yep.
Oh, because when I click on your character, it's as if everything's been revealed, right? Okay.
Yeah. So we can't see anything north of that line. Anything inside that triangle.
Yeah, cool. So, right. So, what I will do is, because actually there's some stuff that I don't want you to see. Oh. So, which light?
Joe, that second thing you posted, that's very much a Freya
That's what I was thinking.
spell casting.
Yep.
There you go. They have sketched you out a map.
Oh shit.
Okay, so those steps there lead up to M2.
That's the stage.
M2 is the stage. Is there another way up from here? Or are we going to have to get up to the stage?
Thing which is up to M3.
Ooh.
So
That leads to the backstage area, by the looks of it.
Yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, that looks. That's kind of like a. Oh, what's the word?
Shoot.
Trapdoor.
Kind
Lift?
of like a lift. Yeah, like a prop lift. So, if you wanted to bring things that are heavy, it's a relatively kind of simple like pulley mechanism. So you could easily.
Like a sort of manual dumbwaiter kind of thing.
Yes, exactly that.
I reckon we could try going up there. Easier than being seen on the main stage anyway.
Yeah, head up to there. Get through up to M4A.
I reckon so.
Right.
Where is the throne room?
The throne room would be. That's right at the top. M20 or It's either M20 or M22.
M22 certainly has
Yeah. So
many post-it notes.
yeah, it's not a throne room. It is Enderlin's room, though.
Okay. Where
and
would
there-
we? Well, we'll ask them things like, where are we likely to find her at various given moments.
So they will say she's had us working so hard because she's expecting your arrival. She's waiting for you on stage.
She's on stage.
She's
Ish.
waiting for you on stage. She doesn't. Sorry, they don't know if she's on stage. Just that she's waiting for you there.
And she's waiting for us specifically.
She said. She said there will be 3 guests who will be arriving shortly from another realm. So,
Well, she really fucked the numbers up here, then, hasn't she?
so would you like me to move you to M3?
I think so.
Yeah.
Good onk.
Nice.
And everyone that we've talked to has said, just avoid the stage, haven't they?
Avoid her theatre in general. Yes. So, you can kind of hear. You can hear a lot of voices, like the general chattering of patrons to a theatre before the performance actually starts. You can also hear what you assume is a director shouting sort of directions towards someone you presume is on stage. You technically can't see it from where you are at the moment, but the sound carries very well. And let me just see if there's any flavor text for M3, although I imagine this is a wooden platform is embedded in the stone floor at the end of this corridor. An iron lever is fixed to the wall nearby. Yeah, so
that's where we came up from.
yeah. So
I think. Should we try and go stealthy?
I think so.
So you've got that way. That's another D20. I mean, yeah.
So what that is like Scooby-Doo style. Me and my duplicate are just like input like one behind the other in perfect order.
I got a 19, which is
Still very good. And Lucius, oh no, you're not invisible anymore. So
I was debating whether to cast it again. No, I'll just roll stealth.
Still nice. What'd you get, Freya?
19.
Nice.
okay. So
But I think when we're looking at trying to enter M7, might want to I might pop the potion of invisibility then, so we can sneak through to the stairs to the upper levels.
Can we see? Is this like a curtain between the two?
yeah, they're so you are currently, because that's M4A, so you're within one of the prop storage rooms, choked with a variety of props and costumes. There's a veritable horde of different costumes, set pieces, props, all just kind of piled haphazardly. So this, you also see that there's a chest full of powdered wigs, although each one is crawling with what you hope are harmless spiders. There's a giant mouse trap, as in 3 feet wide, 8 feet long, and a parasol topped with a copper weather vane. Just a few oddities, but yeah, there's these aren't specifically doors. They're literally just curtains that. There's currently no one in here. I will, because you're welcome to peek like under the curtain and stuff. I assume as part of your stealth thing. So you will get a preview of what's in the next room as you approach a particular door, and then I'll tell you what you're looking at. So,
Should we search over in this corner first?
Mm-hmm.
Can I peek through the curtain and see what is in there?
yes. So this is a familiar face. This is Burley from the Witchlight Carnival.
What, with the pumpkin head?
Yes. I couldn't get the proper portrait for the
Okay.
token. So, um,
Burley!
so resting against the walls of this circular chamber are 3 dressing tables, each one with a mirror atop it. The mirrors are bordered by tiny balls of bright golden light. An ornate high-backed chair on clawed feet sits before each table. Slumped in one of the chairs is a bugbear dressed as a green dragon from the neck down. On the floor nearby are the fake dragon head and tail that complete the costume. So Burley looks even more unusual as he currently does not cast a shadow.
Burley! Mate!
He kind of looks around and then he's like, Tommy, that you?
What the hell are you doing here, mate?
I was lured here and then trapped. She says if I do an adequate performance, she'll give me back my shadow, and then I can go home.
I mean, we're gonna get your shadow back. Don't worry about that, mate. But, you okay?
Not really. This is my last chance to do a good performance, otherwise. Endlin said that she turned me into a mask.
She's not gonna be turning anyone into a mask. Don't worry about that.
She's done it before.
Not again.
What are you doing here, Tommy? Have you been trapped as well?
No, remember, Mr. Witch and Mr. Light sent me here to sort out whatever was going wrong, and then...
Oh, that seems so long ago.
How long has it been for you?
I don't know. I think weeks, maybe less. It's like every day is the same in this place. Could have been an hour. It could have been a year.
Ask if he knows where the acrobat twin is.
What was the name of the acrobat twin?
I
want to say it began with Gleam or Glimmer or...
yeah, it's Gleam and Glimmer. Because I think one is Gleam, one is Glimmer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you seen the acrobats, Gleam or Glimmer?
Oh. I have. Where the? Okay, hold on. One moment. Yeah, so this is Gleam. So. Interesting. It's not going to tell me. That's annoying. She is about. Hold on. Stand by. So. I think. Where's the? She. I think that they were. I think. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, she's just next door.
What, through here? Okay. How... What do you mean? When you said she lured you, how?
The mirrors at the fair, the ones you hated. I can't even remember what it was now. But I followed them, and then I got too close, and then my shadow was gone, and I felt empty, hollow.
Sorry, big fella. Don't worry.
Ask if there are any others.
Anybody else from the carnival?
There are a couple of the performers, no one that you've actively met in the carnival
Okay.
when we first began this
So
adventure.
people Tommy would know, but they're not named in the adventure.
Correct.
Are those people who were present when we left?
No.
So they would have wandered off at some point, or we don't know what happened to them. They just left one day.
You could infer that the Hall of Mirrors has been stealing people away for a little while.
I fucking knew it. Hate that place. Okay, next door, and I'll gesture to the place he said the other twin was.
Yeah.
Anyone unfriendly in there?
There are no guards. This is where we're allowed to rest between performances.
Okay. I might head through and peer through this curtain, see who I can see in here.
Absolutely. So, the walls of this gloomy chamber are lined with black-veiled compartments that contain makeshift beds. The furniture is sparse, a few wooden tables and chairs, a box of junk in one corner, and flickering lanterns resting here. 5 performers occupy the room. 2 of them pace nervously while the others weep. So they are. I mean, if I put 2, so I've misread that. So the 2 that are pacing are actually they're pacing in their rooms. The curtains are drawn back.
Cool.
So
your man here and your man here are wandering up and down, pacing across.
and then these 3 are crying quietly.
Which one is the sister?
So it is it's that one.
Cool. Yeah, I will just pad through silently and just give a nod to the 3 people weeping and then say, Gleam, over here.
Cool.
Joe, you're doing that. Surely it should be that.
So she comes through, but she's missing her shadow as well.
I think we knew that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all of them beg you to leave before the hag finds you, and go, we have unfulfilled bargains. We cannot leave this place until we make a satisfactory performance. Please, you have to leave this place before you 2 are dragged into the theatre, and very few people escape.
Well, you know what? I was never one to not be the exception to the rule. I will let Gleam know that her sister is here. Or Glimmer, whichever one it is.
Yeah. So Glimmer will then explain the situation to Gleam. They'll embrace. It's all very lovely.
We can probably leave them to that. Give them a moment.
Yeah. So they can't leave this place until their shadows have been returned, but they are happy that they are together. They will.
We'll work on voiding the contract.
Yeah. So, as thanks, they will take you to one of the empty bedrooms that has a chest that has a collection of belongings from. It appears like these were owned from previous performers at the theatre who did not survive. They offer them to you in case they might be of help. You've got a powder brush with painted handles sculpted to resemble a bunch of roses worth 25 gold, a golden hand mirror that magically removes wrinkles, blemishes, and scars from the reflection. Excuse me. 250 gold, and there's a fully charged wand of web.
Wand of web, you say?
Wand of web.
It's pretty handy.
So, the owners will not be coming back for this. So you are welcome to take as much or as little as you want.
Does anybody want to wander web?
I think I'm good.
Cool.
I'll take it if no one wants it, but no.
Yeah, I am unfussed either way. So
Sure.
Cool.
Maybe Lucius would like the mirror though.
I mean, Lucius has not a blemish, scar, or wrinkle to get rid of.
I will be back in just a moment.
Exactly.
I need to get a drink of water.
Sure. So I'm thinking for M7 here. That's when we do all of our invisible shit.
Yeah.
Say again.
Say before going into M7, that's when I think it might be a cupcake of invisibility or just a potion of invisibility. Whatever it is, I use my thing that lets me go invisible. If we all do our invisibility based things, and then sneak up to the stairs to the upper level.
Yeah.
We could also check out M8 while we're there. But yeah, I think going up. I want to head to Endlin's room
Big same.
because that is if that is where she is, that is the best place to get the drop on her.
Indeed.
And if we can get there without raising a fuss or an alarm, then she won't see it coming.
Hello, sorry about that. Right.
No worries.
Yes. So you are now peering at, I believe this is the library. Yes. So the magnificent hall is lined with stone bookshelves housing a library of leather-bound tomes. 3 elderly, bespectacled. Bespectacled. There we go. Third time's the charm. Bespectacled goblins climb ladders to fetch books for 3 slender, cloaked figures who are reading while seated in overstuffed armchairs. So, the bespectacled goblins, these guys, they're moving about, and then these are the 3 guys that are reading books.
What sort of are they humanoid? Are they?
They're humanoid, but they are not human. They so because they're hooded and kind of reading, so you can't get a good look at their face from where you're stood.
Fair. Do we want to try just sneaking past?
I think sneaking past is a good shout.
We can always come back and mop up if they're evil.
Yeah. I'm much more in favour of mopping up after we've dealt with her.
Cool. I will cast invisibility upon myself.
Okay.
I believe it's a cupcake. I will eat my cupcake of invisibility.
Lovely. Okay.
Have we still got the potion that is labelled Vanish? You've given the grow away and the shrink away.
Oh, that might be what this is.
Well, I think you've actually got both. I think you've got a cupcake.
You definitely had a cupcake as well.
Oh, okay.
Got a cupcake of invisibility and a potion of invisibility.
I shall eat the cupcake as well, because that means I can keep concentration on Hex.
Cool.
Because if it's a potion, I'm not concentrating on it.
Cool.
Well, I mean, regular invisibility is not a concentration spell.
Is it not?
No.
It is.
Greater is it? Oh, I know
Yeah.
greater invisibility was. I thought regular
Invisibility is
invisibility was.
concentration up to an hour. Greater invisibility is lost for a minute, but is not concentration.
Oh, okay.
Then should we try and sneakily through?
Yeah.
Okay, so how are you going about this?
Well, for a start, I'm gonna roll stealth at advantage.
Ooh.
It's only a 15 for me. So I believe for invisibility, people have disadvantage on perception checks as well as our advantage on stealth.
Okay. Oh, I'm not happy with those rolls. I'm going to use one of my rerolls.
I got 19.
What is perception? Is that wisdom?
It is
It
wisdom.
is.
And sorry, what did you get, Freya?
19.
Okay, cool.
Tommy, do you have like a side-bolstered knack you could use to add to yours?
Oh, I absolutely do. Yeah. That is a 21 for me in that case.
Okay, cool.
Go around the
Onwards then.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna recover. Yeah, I will dismiss my duplicate until we're across.
Okay.
Do we want to head straight up, or do we want to have a peer through into M8?
I think straight up.
Yeah, if the goal is to get it ended and mop up.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll need me to move you to I can't be. Oh, it's upper levels. Yep.
Tower level 1 looks like it's just left of M14.
Yep. So
Oh yeah, we've got the sketchy map, haven't we?
What are we aiming for?
M22 is her room.
Yeah, so that's we just keep going up the stairs, bypass that floor entirely.
Oh yeah.
For now, yeah.
In that case, yeah, we'll skip tower level 1 completely and just go to the stairs to on the tower level 2. Marvellous.
So you are. Oh yeah, she's not actually. Okay, so my mistake. So she's actually there. She is looking down on the theatre below.
Am I able to see her from where I am?
Yeah. Yeah, you absolutely can.
I will use a bonus action to move my hex onto her and hex her wisdom.
Okay, cool. So this is the viewing gallery. There's a stone railing that encloses this ring-shaped balcony. So Endelyn, is there a description of what she looks like? So
I imagine there's an image,
yeah,
because there was with the other two.
I'm pretty sure that I have actually uploaded this as a journal entry.
Don't mind me, guys. Just don't worry about it.
I was thinking something similar myself.
Oh, there's a good point. So do we want me to like banish her straight off so we can then get into position and set things up, or should we save it?
I think save it just for now.
Okay.
Okay. So for some reason I have not added that as a journal entry. Apologies.
Oh,
But I
that's
posted that into
absolutely
Discord.
fucking horrifying.
So
Oh.
what I will also do is I will describe the stage below from.
Mm-hmm.
Please do. Yeah.
So, kind of. So, there's M2. There we go. So, an open air amphitheatre is carved from the slope of the mountaintop. Short.
That sounds like the
figures... Yeah, it is literally like the Minac.
Oh god, it's even got the raised stage in the corner.
Yeah. Short, cloaked figures sit on tiered stone benches facing the stage. Enclosing the stage are 10-foot-high stone walls, above which you can see the stormy sky. A team of masked goblins is preparing the stage for a play, while costume actors huddle in the wings and recite lines. Lightning is provided by an intricate overhead contraption upon which several more masked goblins are perched. The sounds of chains clanking and gears turning can be heard coming from somewhere under the mountaintop. So, so there's roughly about 25 of the hooded creatures that are sat in the audience viewing area. Interestingly, that this is a rehearsal at the moment.
Rather than an actual performance.
Yes. So I also just want to check. Okay, cool. So, she, I suppose, would have to make a. Although you've hexed her.
Yes, for wisdom. So she has disadvantage on wisdom checks.
Okay, lovely.
Which
Okay,
includes
cool.
perception. Yay!
That's still good, actually. Oh, that's very good. Okay, cool. So as you, yes, lovely.
Excellent.
So as you come around the corner, she turns to look at you.
Do I think she spotted us?
She is looking straight at you. It appears.
As if she can see invisibility.
Yeah, it appears that she can see through your invisibility.
Cool.
Do I think she's cast a spell to do that, or she's just spotted it because she's?
She looked at you the moment that you came through that corridor. It's highly unlikely that she had time to cast a spell, and if she couldn't see you, she wouldn't know to cast a spell to see you. So you get the impression that she might naturally be able to see invisibility. I have been expecting you.
Can I try and subtly cast fly on myself?
Yes, sure
Yeah,
thing.
I'll pull out the wand and just tap it against my leg, and yeah.
Well, we can still
Cool.
communicate telepathically with each other. So I'm going to go. Just say the word, and I'll banish her, or try.
Okay. Yeah. So I have been expecting you. I have foreseen it. And then she will point at Lucius and says, "You have come to obtain what has been lost, haven't you?"
I have. Where is it? What is it now?
Not so quickly. I am open to discussing the possibility of you rebuying. However, I will make no such discussion until you perform in my play.
No, that's not going to happen.
Very well. Then leave. Leave this place. Come back when you're ready to negotiate.
This is negotiation. Your life is at stake.
My life? No, I have foreseen my death, and it is not at the hands of you three.
I'm trying to remember a very particular Western show that was a huge inspiration for my. Oh, what was it called? Bear with me. Godless. You ever watched Godless?
No, I can't say I have.
Brilliant Western show. If you ever get a chance to watch it. It's really, really good. There's a character in that who keeps insisting, "I see my death, and this ain't it." And eventually, this happens. I will come over to the telepathic link and say, "Yes, I mean the time for negotiations eventually breaks down, but I don't know what you're thinking."
I have consulted the gods. She does not need to be alive for me to reclaim what is mine.
Sounds good, right?
Can she make a intelligence saving throw, please? As I
Is that a disadvantage, or is
No,
that
this is a saving throw, and it was
You're saving throw and a hexed wisdom anyway.
as I use one of my wishes and cast Feeble Mind on her.
Oh!
That's a 9. I'm not happy with that. I'm going to use a reroll. That is a 16 for a total of 16.
Does using a wish
70.
count as a spell? Because I'm not casting wish itself because I don't have it. I was given wish through the card.
I think there are specific rules for this in the actual spell.
Basically, can I use a reaction spell?
There's nothing to say you can't use a reaction spell anyway.
I'll cast Silvery Barbs. She must reroll again.
11 for 12.
Lovely.
Oh.
What happens with?
She takes 4d6 psychic damage. That happens regardless. And because she failed her save, her intelligence and charisma are now 1. She can't cast spells, activate magic items, understand language, or communicate in any intelligible way.
Interesting.
And she's like that for the next 30 days.
That is.
No, she isn't.
No?
No. She's going to be jam for the next 30 days.
And every day thereafter.
Yeah.
Would this be an appropriate time for initiative, or?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not entirely sure how long this is going to last, but let us roll. What are people?
This is more like to see which one of us gets to kill her.
Yeah, basically. I'm easy as I'm working from home tomorrow and starting at 9, so I don't really have a cut-off time. So it's you guys.
Cool.
I'm on Spencer duty, so it's when he wakes up.
It's way next. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I'll probably have to call it 11.
Oh,
An
that's
early start
yeah.
tomorrow,
That's
but
fine.
yes.
It's fine. We're
Cool.
hopefully we'll be able to just steamroller her.
Do I still have advantage on its initiative roll, Ryan?
Yes.
Okay, so
That's a 16 for me.
11 for me.
16 for Tommy. Yeah.
Ooh, very nice.
I mean, I've rolled for her initiative, but I don't even know why.
I believe she can still defend herself. It's just she can't do it with any of the.
Anything things that make a hag a challenge.
Okay.
Brutal.
Lovely. Okay, so and sorry, Lucius, what have you got?
Lucia's got 23.
23.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Lucius, you are going first.
I mean, I'm just going to walk over there casually. Now that I know it's taken effect. Go there. Anything I want to cast?
What more could you possibly?
Exactly, right? Going for myself. Cast that, I suppose. I will just start blasting her mind with Mind Sliver.
Very well.
I would guess. Well, she has to. She can make an intelligence saving throw, but at this point, given that
This is a -5?
Yeah.
-6?
It's a 19.
Still not yet.
It's still not high enough, right? Because that's 14, right? What's the? Because I assume your
16
DC's
still.
16,
Yeah, she
so,
can't. She can't pass that.
Yeah, I would rule that if she rolled a nat 20,
Yeah, fair enough.
maybe. But so is that just 4 damage?
4, yeah.
4. Okay.
Is there a second effect to that?
Oh yes, that's true. I'll just the oh it subtracts 1d4 from its next saving throw.
Okay. So she's definitely going to fail. So, Tommy.
Me and my duplicate are going to fly over to here, and I'm going to make 5 attacks. Action surge. So regular action, unleash incarnation. Action surge, unleash incarnation. Bonus action attack. Where are we looking? There you are. Ooh, some of those aren't good.
But you got a crit.
I did get a crit. Do I have advantage in any way? No.
Don't think so. Feeble Mind doesn't give advantage.
Yeah.
So, sorry, just to clarify, you guys cannot be stood in that open section.
I'm flying.
Then yes, you can stand in that open section.
Cool.
1,000 apologies.
Yeah. Let me just check and see if there's anything I can do to bump those, because that was appalling on that was 4, 4, 6, 6, and admittedly a crit.
Maybe she's got really poor defense.
Well, no, I think it's just that she's She's just still fucking dodgy.
I'm just saying, you might get lucky. It might be that she needs to cast Mage Armor or something.
Yeah. Take the attack action on your turn. Yeah, no, that's so I just got to make do with that crit then. Which will be.
Mike, was 13 a miss?
Sorry. 13 miss. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so just the what? So so like a knife juggler, I just throw knives up in the air, catch them and fling them, and it goes like that side of the head, under one arm, and then straight through the face.
Nice.
That is going to be D6 plus. Do I need to split psychic or necrotic or lightning?
No.
Cool. 6. So D6 for the psychic knife, D6 for hex, 2D6 sneak attack, 3D8 lightning as I expend charges from the Eldritch Staff.
Yeah.
Plus 4 plus 2 plus 4.
You need to be
7.
holding the staff, though, to be able to do that, right?
I do, yeah. Oh, yeah, no, you're right, yeah. I won't get the bonus action attack. Oh, that's disappointing. In that case, it is going to be... Oh, you know what, Mike? I'm going to expend a coin.
Do go on. Would you like something new, or are you ordering on the menu?
A la carte.
Yeah.
No, I think I'm just going to go for... where's it gone?
Don't choose the devil.
No, I wasn't going to. I was actually going to choose the everyone adds 1d4.
Oh, God! That's a draw from the deck of many things, Joseph.
It is! I can choose to draw from the deck of many things.
Where did I put my cards? Ugh.
However, I'm going... let me just remove that. So the first one would become a... would a 15 hit, Mike?
No.
Okay, it's only worth changing the other then. Oh, my screen's just gone blank.
That was another 2, if that
That's
makes
another
sense.
15. Oh, damn it! Okay, fair enough. In which case...
You do have a go to add the d4 to your damage roll.
I am well aware. So that's going to be 6d6 plus 2d4 plus 7. Oh, how disappointing is that off of 5 attacks to get 37?
Oof. Right. So, 37. That's going to be 1, 2, 2. There we go. So, who is drawing from the deck of many things?
Yeah, I'm just looking for my actual physical deck. I can't find it for some reason.
Okay. And this could go.
Oh! It was right in front of me the entire time.
I lose 10,000 XP and draw from the deck again. It's a 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 15!
You lose it again.
Do you drop like 2 levels?
Nope.
No, you can't lose a level as a result.
Okay.
I'm just gonna triple check my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ruin. All forms of wealth I carry or own other than magic items are lost to me. Portable property vanishes. Businesses, buildings, and land I own are lost in a way that alters reality the least. Any documentation I prove that I should own something also disappears.
Those castles that you got and lordships that you got from the previous deck are gone.
Yep.
Oh.
As is your ownership of that mansion.
Yep.
It defaults to your parents again?
I'm free.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so you guys carry... Let's say, to be honest, all my cool stuff is magic items anyway, so...
On the plus side, Booty stones. Oh no. Okay, yep. So what are other people?
Lucius is like a minute away from getting his revenge. He is not gonna fucking draw and get the void and lose this opportunity.
So you're not drawing.
Absolutely not.
Just for my own amusement, can you tell me what you would have drawn?
Sure.
And what is that?
That's the Jester. You gain 10,000 XP, or you can draw 2 additional cards beyond your declared draws. XP doesn't matter in this game, so... Balance. Oh,
You become neutral.
yeah.
Ah,
True neutral is unaffected.
damn it! I would have got more wishes.
Jesus Christ, mate.
Oh yeah, 'cause are you true neutral?
Yeah, Freya is pretty much true neutral. And
Yeah.
that's the fool. Lose 10,000 experience points and you must draw again.
By the way, Tommy is fully naked. All his clothes have disappeared.
So I need to roll a d4.
All right then.
You need to.
Yeah,
You
wishes.
More wishes.
Wishes for all.
I am still yet to get a single wish.
I still haven't used my last wish.
It's not a D4. It's a D3.
Sorry, 1d4 minus 1. Oh, no, you're right, d3.
Yeah, wonderful one. So
I don't know why this card says you're granted 1d4 wishes.
Oh.
I'm using a crib. Using these cards to tell me what it is.
I'm using the.
Yeah, no, I'll
Yeah,
follow what
maybe
you're saying.
Yeah. I was
That's
really hoping.
2 more.
Well,
What were you?
Cool.
Were you hoping I'd draw the void?
no, it was the idiot. That also has you roll a D4.
I drew a lot there. I drew a fair few keep drawing cards.
Yeah. Off of one draw from it, yeah. Yeah, Tommy is fully bollock naked. You can see him. I don't know if have you ever seen Tommy with his shirt off? You can see that down his back are horrible scars, like knitted over, kind of like pulled taut, like keloid scar tissue.
It's kind of tempting to burn a wish just to get you some clothes.
Um,
Well, I'm done with my turn.
along the scar line, just starting to see ever so slight bulges.
Neat. I haven't seen that yet.
No, you haven't. The other guys will
Yeah.
have.
So you're flying, and then all of a sudden, BAM! Your clothes just explode.
Yeah. Just hanging dong in the middle of a theatre.
Over something.
Tommy always knew he'd end up.
Over something that looks like it's discharging electricity.
How many of you are no longer invisible? The only non-invisible person is the only one who's stark naked. Okay. Good to know. So all I can
I believe
see is
Lucius is no longer invisible.
Drank the potion, so it's however the
The potion. If invisibility
cast
cancels if you attack or cast a spell,
including cantrip.
including
Yeah,
cantrip.
because you got Speed Mind and Wish.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
However, you are behind the parapet and I am floating directly above it. So,
Tackle out.
tackle out. Well, yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Freya.
And then, I guess, bonus action spiritual weapon. That's 15 to hit.
That is a miss, I'm afraid.
Yeah, that's fair. That is the end of my turn.
So it's now Endelin's turn. So she can't cast spells, and her intelligence is 1. Is there anything else that's been reduced?
Charisma.
Charisma is also one.
Did you say she can't speak either?
She can't communicate in any intelligent way, nor can she understand language.
Okay. But
She's been
presumably
reduced to a gibbering idiot.
as you're attacking her, I would still say that she howls out in some kind of twisted primordial pain.
can certainly like scream. That's
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She
Okay.
can scream as a
So,
free action.
that's a spell attack. Can she make spell attacks?
no.
No.
No. Interesting. She's entirely.
It depends. Is it from a spell or is it part of her innate spellcasting?
It's as an action she can do a melee or ranged spell attack. Like it's something called Puppeteer's Lash. But she attacks you telekinetically. She hasn't got the strength for that. I'm going to say that she wails at you with one of her clawed fists.
Sure.
That's an unarmed strike, which is her strength modifier, right? If I'm recalling those rules
Mhm.
correctly. Tommy, does a 12 hit you?
Does she have 10-foot reach?
Not Tommy. Sorry, Freya.
Freya,
I do apologise.
it does not hit me.
I'm shocked at this.
With my AC of 20, yeah.
Cool. Cool. Lucius.
Feeble Mind's not concentration, is it?
No,
No.
no, it's not. Absolutely not.
I mean, I made a really stupid Phantasmal Force might work really
May I
well.
ask a question, Mike?
Yeah.
Jingle Jangle gave me a silver key and said it would be useful at a later date. Does that key count as a magic item?
So I don't know offhand. If you give me one moment.
I'll be right back.
Unless it's going to be important here, don't worry about it. We can ask about it another day.
Yeah. I think. So not that I can tell. No.
Cool. Okay, in that case, that is gone to ruin. Please continue, Lucius.
Okay. I will cast Sickening Radiance.
Okay. What does that do?
There we go. So they make a Constitution saving throw.
Very bad things is what it does.
Okay. Con save for this lady. 17. No. Dirty 20.
And she passes, and nothing happens to her.
Cool.
And then as a bonus action, I will manipulate the shadows around her and summon a Hound of Ill Omen.
Awesome.
That is.
If I could get another token, please, that would be good.
Yep.
And it inserts itself in initiative count 8.
What kind of token? Just one.
It's a dog. Shadow dog.
Green.
What was it? Direwolf, did you say?
Please?
Oh! I just saw what spell he cast.
Yeah, didn't
Take it
didn't
back.
take, unfortunately.
Ah.
Okay. How do I change the owner? Represented. Friendly appearance, vision, night resources. Is there a way I can give you ownership of that?
It's okay. I can roll from D&D Beyond.
Okay. Are you happy where it is? Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right
cool.
next to chewing his face off.
Lovely. Okay. So, is there anything else you would like to do?
No, I burnt pretty much everything.
Okay. So, at this point, you hear a pounding on doors. So it's very. At first, it sounds like a slight sort of scratching, I guess, for want of a better word, and then it turns into pounding, and it is coming from those doors. But as of yet, nothing is happening. Tommy, your turn.
Yeah, there's no real way I can get flanking here, is there? Nah, it's fine.
I mean, maybe there?
You could move there if you're flying.
Sure.
I mean, and also this is I suppose it's not. It's still got a ceiling, so...
Yeah. Tommy, once again, not wearing not a stitch, furiously grabs all of the weapons he has on and that were previously attached to belts and in bags, and then just sort of dumps them down on the parapet. And selects 2 of them to begin wailing upon Endelin. Which will be...
Technically, I should note that you're almost naked. The only thing that you're currently wearing, as far as I can tell, are cufflinks.
The cufflinks would have been attached to clothes, and the clothes are gone.
Yeah.
The clothes themselves burn away, but the cufflinks would remain.
What remain hovering at my wrists.
They're a magical item.
I
They're
am
very...
fine with that.
Yeah.
So that is a 26 to hit.
The reason I said that is because if I haven't added it, I remember writing it that they don't actually require.
They don't actually require sleeves.
No.
Incredible.
Sorry. What was the
26 to hit?
Oh yeah, that hits.
This is your +3 short sword that you got from hell.
It is.
Is it? Cool.
Did anything else happen?
Not yet.
No, that just gives another bloody reroll.
2d6 plus 3d8 plus
Might
7.
not.
So I'm expending charges from the Eldritch Staff, which I'm holding in the other hand. And just double check. Apply some charge to that, so I can do up to 3. When you hit with a melee attack. Oh, it's when I hit with a melee attack using the staff. Beg pardon. 40s. So including sneak attack, that's going to be this for the short sword. 21.
So is that 21 plus 12?
No, sorry, that's just 21.
Just 21. Okay.
So I had other damage in there. And then I'm going to conquer on the head with... Oh, that didn't work.
Isn't the staff a two-handed weapon?
You can use quarterstaff in 1 or 2.
Oh, okay.
Versatile.
Marvellous.
Oh, bloody hell. I'm just going to do a... It's not liking that.
Although it requires attunement.
Oh, am I not attuned to it yet?
We've not had a
Given
short
that you-
rest since we. picked it up.
I missed the achievement stat, so
In
I'll
that case,
obviously
I will-
allow the previous thing, but
Oh, that's absolutely fine. I'll go for the Vandal's Bat then.
I love it. Yeah,
24.
24 hits. Yeah.
Cool, so that is going to be this plus a d6 for a total of 8.
Yes.
And
Still
that
not
is me. Yeah, I'm done.
okie dokie. So you can now hear shouts from below, from the theatre area, and you can just about see sort of a throng of movement of people.
Excellent.
Cool. Freya.
Okay, I'm going to cast a spell.
Yeah,
4th level. You know the one.
I do.
Natural 20.
Is this banishment that you're casting?
No. Don't need to banish her anymore. It is inflict wounds. This is 12d10.
Is that with crit damage, or is
That's
now
including the
24?
crit damage.
I mean,
Jesus Christ.
63 points of necrotic damage.
I love it when on a roll it is the law of large numbers that makes it come out nearly average.
yeah.
Is she still alive?
She is. She's
Ah.
looking very unhealthy, but
Alright, spiritual weapon attack then. Another natural 20.
Jesus Christ.
So that is 4d8 plus 6.
This has been an absolute murder.
He deserves it.
22 points of force damage.
22, did you say?
Yes. Is she still
She
up?
is. She is still up.
Damn.
Does she have 1 hit point?
Oh, well, we have
whose
to
turn
give
is it now?
Is it
Rick.
the good boys?
It's
Her turn.
no. What was the direwolf's
8,
initiative
I
count?
believe.
8. They.
Yeah, 8.
Okay. So, Endlin will howl and scream again, and make a swipe at Freya, which I'm not holding a lot of hope for, but
I mean, she could get a natural 20. It's very in right now.
17 to hit.
That's not enough, I'm afraid.
No, that's fine. Okay.
I don't have any reactions to attack back. Oh well.
Okay. So Direwolf's turn. That's a miss, I'm afraid.
Goodness.
That's okay, because it's your turn now, Rich.
Yes.
Hey, poetic.
Goodbye, Enderlin. How? Please make. Oh, she can't. Yeah, she can't pass intelligence saving throw, so
Nope.
she just takes it.
Like, even if she rolled in that 20, I'd still be having her take half damage anyway, and given that a light breeze will finish her off. So she makes out this almost a squeal, but it's unintelligible, and she starts to turn to ash, which sort of drops into a pile, and
I'm gonna toss the medallion or amulet.
thank you.
I'm just gonna throw that onto the pile of ash.
And then
I had
bang.
a similar thing to suggest, is that the sun is actually through one of the windows immediately behind me, and my glorious moon eclipses the sun.
So that is Endlin dead. Congratulations. However,
Disappears.
say again.
The hound immediately disappears.
Does
Right.
it?
Is it specific to that target?
Okay, cool. So
Do
yeah.
more things appear
Well, yes, but
next time? Dragon Ball.
here is a good point to stop, because she was one target. You might have a couple more to deal with at this stage.
I mean, the first thing that comes through that area right there is getting the fireballs up the fazoo. So
Hmm. Lovely. Cool. So
I believe there is a mirror in M22. If we retreat there, we might be able to just fuck off.
well,
well, I will let you think that over, because you will have a week.
Well, a few weeks actually.
Yeah. Last call on. I believe one of you has not cast their scry.
Or you mean divination?
Divination. Sorry. I've also got to say that I'm, as much as I'd love to push on, because you currently have the sign of the Fool, and every single thing gets.
I should have added a +4 to my to the damage from the inflict wounds and from the thing.
Yeah.
But I do not mind, because Rich got the killing blow, and that is
I was thinking very much the same.
poetry. I can't think of what I want to ask regarding divination.
Okay.
Might be because I'm tired, but
Yeah. Well, if you think of it within
The next month. We've got a month and 3 days, the next Witchlight session.
oof. Oh yeah, it's Witchlight Een.
Oh, yes, the special Halloween version, which will begin with glorious combat. So, Tommy, you are starting. Yes?
Am I starting?
As in you're next in the initiative order.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah. Sorry, that's what I meant.
If you're gonna lose all of your clothes to the fabric of reality, pun intended, the best place to do that is somewhere with a fully stocked costume department. I'm just saying.
That is a very good point.
I'm gonna go makeover.
I kind of want to just stick you in the dragon costume for the rest of the campaign.
Oh no, I know what I'm dressing in. Yeah.
Amazing.
Hang in.
Right.
Oh dear.
Oh, dear, yes.
Should we prepare leveling up, by the way?
It's very.
Not until after we've.
Long rested. Escaped and long rested.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's very optimistic of you, but yeah, sure. When
Because, I mean, for me, it's hitting level 8, so I need to think of a feat or an ASI.
Yeah. So, assuming you survive this encounter, then yes, you will be leveling up because you have defeated another one of the hags as we enter the end game.
Well, I mean, Freya could survive very easily.
Yeah.
It's cost. Oh no! I've just used the 4th level spell slot. She can't.
I mean, while there's a lot of things coming for you, I'm also aware that you've got just wish spells up the wazoo. At the
Oh
moment,
yeah,
so-
no, I could very easily survive. I could just like plane
Yeah,
shift
spell
all of us, or do a big group teleport to get us wherever we want to go. Yeah.
Mhm. So, but yes, cool. Right, I've got disappear. So
Have a good one, dude.
yes, thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed.
Next Wednesday for Western Wilds.
I
is it?
believe yes. Next Wednesday, Western Wilds, and that will be the final game for
Until the next Witchlight.
until the next Witchlight. Yes.
Yeah.
Ah.
So. Oh yeah, as I say, I will let you know whether it can be in person, but it's possible that I will still be contagious for shingles.
Yeah. I think it is important that we take that into account. If it has to be online, then it has to be online.
Yeah, right.
I'd much
Might
rather
not be able
play.
to drive either.
Sorry.
I might not be able to drive either.
Fair, yeah.
Yeah, it depends on how many thumbs you've got under that bandage.
Maybe
Yeah.
two.
They actually just gave you another one.
Because it's also
Maybe you're like a starfish. They sliced it in half, and they're just allowing it to grow back into 2.
no. Stop talking. Am I right in thinking because shingles is particularly problematic for newborns as well, right?
Is yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean,
I
for
imagine
overweight, pregnant people and immunosuppressed people.
Yeah.
Real quick question, Mike.
Yeah.
I drew the Knight card a couple of weeks ago.
You asked me that question.
Yes, yeah. If you don't have an answer, that's absolutely fine. I was just curious as to what kind of creature is going to show up to be my Batman, as it were.
Well, not anymore.
It's personal property. It's not.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about people. It's just stuff.
Yeah, I'm. And even if it is, I would overrule that because I'm not gonna get rid of someone's personal Batman. It's just partly because I get to do the voice. Where is she? Oh my god!
Who are you?
He
I'm your
just
Batman.
turns. Maybe he turns up in a motor. He's like, "Harvey dead. Can we trust him?" And you're like, "There's a shit ton of guys coming." Right. Anyway, I will have a ponder.
Yeah, there is.
Answer for you.
Look after yourselves, guys. Speak to you soon.
Yeah.
Toodaloo.